Yo, what up, guys? We are live. So we got another round of speed dating for you. We're supposed to do one of these tomorrow, but we had some change of plans. But we are back. So we got Nikki joining us and a veteran of the channel, Sarah. So you guys all know the rules. We've done this a billion times, but basically, I'll repeat it for anyone who's new. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the link in the chat. Yeah, first come, first serve. So don't wait later on. Make sure you jump on if you want to get on, because usually there's always a line. And then you get 5 minutes with either one of the girls or both of the girls if you want to be a little bit brave. And then afterwards, we evaluate performance and give you real life feedback on what things you can improve when it comes to your ability talking to girls. So, yeah, so that's going to be fun. We're going to be doing that. I'll probably go for, I don't know. We'll see how long we'll go for. But anyway, so I'm going to drop the link right now. But let's start off with a quick introduction. Nikki, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Well, I'm Nikki. I'm 26. I'm Puerto Rican. Live in South Florida. I study nutrition, ex-military, and I love animals. So,
That's an interesting combination.
yeah.
I did not expect the military part. What branch were you in?
Army National Guard.
Cool.
Yeah.
I used to hook up with this chick who was a soldier back in the day, but she was a character. Uh, Sarah, I think everyone knows you, but just do a quick intro anyway.
Hello, my name's Sarah. I come from streaming with Ashley on Not Your Everyday Ashley. Always here for a good time and fun stuff. I am the Raging Tomato as well because I'm always red. Yeah, there you go.
She's here for a good time, but not for a long time. All right, cool. Let's bring on our first people. There's already three people backstage. I love it. Also, guys, just a heads up, we're going to do another one of these tomorrow. So if you don't get a chance to go today, we're going to do another one tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to have Destiny on. And also, we might get Abba on from Abba and Preach. I don't want to make any promises, but I think there's a chance that could happen. So it should be interesting. Erudite will be there. So it's going to be a really, really interesting lineup tomorrow. But this one's more so like the one tomorrow is going to be more to like, I know, more of like kind of like a streamer type of thing. This one's more for you guys. Just practice your skills. There's not going to be any like YouTubers coming on or anything like that. All right, let's get the first person on. Legacy. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
hard. So who do you want to go on date with? Do you want to go with Nikki, Sarah, or both ladies?
I'm gonna choose Nikki.
Nikki. Okay, cool. So me and Sarah will take ourselves off for 5 minutes. Let's see what you got.
Hey, Nikki.
How are you?
Uh, I'm a little bit excited. Yeah, it's my first time.
It is your first time? Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, where you from?
Puerto Rican. I live in Miami. So, and you?
Uh, I'm Maltese. It's currently 3 a.m. here.
You're
Yeah,
what?
just
You're what?
yeah, I'm Maltese.
What is that from? I can't understand.
It's below Italy.
Oh, Italy. Okay. Oh, I love accents. Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I like your smile, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what would you tell me three adjectives that best describe yourself?
Oh, well, I mean, I studied nutrition. I was in the military. They paid for my bachelor's. So I just sell meal plans on the side. I do modeling here and there, random gigs like this for fun. I like a flexible schedule. I don't like to work a 9 to 5. So
Yeah.
whatever I can
I'm
find. Hmm.
sorry.
I said whatever I can find for fun and enjoy exposure.
Oh, so you're a party girl, I see.
Yeah, well, that too, but also have to make
Okay.
money. You can't party all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
currently I'm a cybersecurity analyst and I'm studying at university, doing a thesis.
Hmm.
So yeah, I get busy too. I have my personal life. I go out with party, just came now, and
Hmm.
in 3 hours I have work. So, but yeah, that's not a problem. I
Well,
assume you're a model.
a model? Yeah, I do it
Yeah,
sometimes whenever I can have time.
yeah, and those little cute bikini. I see.
Yeah, hopefully I get sponsored. It's about time. All I have to
Yeah, they
do.
should sponsor you, man, just for your smile.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, let me see. Let me see. Hi, ma'am. Currently, I've been working a lot, and
Hmm.
yeah, I've been trying to take some photo shoots and get my gains. Yeah,
Oh
you know.
yeah, I love the gym too, but I've been
Yeah,
slacking on that. Oh my God.
we
When you
should do
find
like a
it.
training session together.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
should do
just virtual date again.
that. Yeah. You know how to work out, or you have a trainer?
Yeah, I have a trainer, but I've been learning how to do my own custom sets of training. Yeah.
Yeah, I work out by myself too, but it's also when you want to get started again after a long time that you stopped, it's nice to
Yeah,
have somebody
I
who,
know what you mean. It's really hard. It's really hard. Yeah,
yeah.
people think it's easy, but it's not motivation. It's consistency.
My God, my dog is playing.
Oh, you gotta go. You have a dog.
Yeah,
Let me
three
see him.
dogs.
Let me see him.
She's there. Hey, look at
Oh, she's so cute. Maybe,
Oh, she's gonna get famous now.
yeah.
We should make an Instagram.
Maybe you should bring her back to Malta. Come here. I can show you
Yeah.
a romantic spot. Yeah.
Wait, are you in Italy now? That's where you
No,
are?
no. Malta's an independent country. It's under Italy.
Oh, okay, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
you
you
are
should come
far.
here. I can show you a romantic spot.
If you fly me there, I'll go.
Yeah, no problem, babe.
Okay.
Hey, uh, yeah, I can show you around. I know this romantic spot. It's called my balcony.
What happened?
It's called my balcony. It's the most romantic spot in Malta.
Is it has a nice view?
Yeah, it's amazing view. Just a bottle of wine, and
Wow.
then let's go from there.
That will be fun. Sorry. Oh my God. I shouldn't have let her in. She's
Yeah, don't
bad.
worry. I adore dogs.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
many
mom.
dogs do you have?
I had one recently passed away, but
Oh,
yeah, but I'm getting jealous for that dog right now, eh?
she's such a love attention. Like, oh my God. I'm gonna take her out of the room because it's too much. All right. So yeah, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 21. How about you?
21.
Yeah. Do you
How old?
believe me?
Maybe not, because we're on live, and I don't know. Like, maybe you're making up a number. How old
No,
are
no.
you?
Hmm. I'll give you around 12, 21
All
as well.
right, time just flies.
I'm
All right,
kidding.
so let's let the ladies give feedback first, specifically Nikki. She was on the date. So this is kind of the way I asked the question. So the first one is this, and answer brutally. Would you go on a second date with Legacy if you guys lived in the same city?
Me. Yeah, I would like to meet him in person.
You would. Okay, cool. What did you like that he did, and what did you not like? What do you think he could improve on?
Um, I mean, everything was pleasant to be honest for now. Like I can't really complain. He's pretty natural. It was a like easygoing conversation. I give people a chance because nobody's perfect, especially on a computer. It's not always like the way you want it to be. So I know in person will be a better experience, I'm sure. So can't really complain right now. He's
Okay,
sweet.
you glass half water, glass half full type of girl. Okay, I like it. So here's some feedback I have for you, Legacy. So and I'm just going to go in no specific order. So for example, in the beginning when you were talking about like, oh, it's your first time, oh, it's my first time. That's like a good time to make a joke. I'm be like, oh, cool, we're going to take each other's speed dating virginity or something like that. I
Yeah.
generally like to avoid the cliche first date questions, like tell me three adjectives about yourself, because I think that stuff is just a little cliche and corny. It was obvious you kind of ran out of things to say halfway through.
Yeah.
That will kind of go away with more experience, but you kind of start talking about yourself. A situation like that, when you run out of things to say, I think it's better to just ask the girl a question. So I might be like, "Oh, cool. By the way, are you living in Miami, or like, for example, when did you move from Puerto Rico?" Just anything and anything to just kind of basically, have the conversation not become awkward. You did some future projection, which was good. So future projection is things like, "Oh, cool, yeah, when we made up, blah blah blah." Blah. So that stuff was good, but it was also at the same time like kind of obvious that you were a little nervous. But that again will also go away with experience. So that's kind of my feedback. Sarah, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, no, I thought you did pretty good, especially if it was your first time. There could have been some smoother transitions in conversation. I do think you were asking some questions only to be able to respond on your behalf. Like you were asking her about her, but then like you were pretty quick to throw what about you towards the question into that. And I think Alex kind of nailed a point there. Like stay interested in her, keep the conversation surrounding her because then at the end of the day, like she still doesn't know anything about you and it'll remain a mystery for a while and it will keep her more intrigued. But I think overall you did great.
Thank you guys for your feedback.
Hmm.
Cool. I like some of these chats comments. This guy's way better looking than Alex.
No, Alex, no, I prefer you.
Oh, hey.
But cool, awesome, Legacy. Thanks for coming on, dude. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Take care,
You
buddy.
might have to put yourself not on the menu, Alex.
Yeah, perhaps. We'll see. All right, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Bye bye.
All right,
Bye.
let's get on the next person. So how do you like your first speed date?
That was fun.
Is it what you
kinda
expected?
cute. I mean, no, I wasn't expecting anything. I was just like, whatever comes, comes. Like, let's let it happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, good thing that the first person that wasn't on wasn't Hormax, so you might have had a totally different experience.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of an inside joke between me and the Chad and Sarah, but maybe you'll see what we're talking about if this guy ever comes on. All right, let's bring on SGS. Hello.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Good, good. So who do you want to go on a date with, or both of them, or what are you thinking?
They want to take Nikki.
Nikki. Okay, cool. Me and Sarah will take ourselves off then. Let's see what you got.
Hey,
Hi.
Nikki, how you doing today?
Good, and you?
Good, good. Curious, what brought you here? Was it one of those things where you randomly got hit up, or were you looking at the channel before?
Well, I have a friend that I used to do a podcast that he invites me to, and he randomly texted me, "Hey, are you available in an hour?" I'm like, "Oh, I think so." So yeah, it was random.
Right on. What do you podcast about?
What happened? The other podcast?
Yeah, what do you do in the podcast?
Oh, it's not my podcast, but it's called Fresh and Fit. But I don't have to talk about that one then. But it's just
No worries.
it's about dating and stuff. They just ask questions about dating.
Oh, I see. So you were on that podcast.
Just one time. They do a lot of shows. They bring a lot of girls all the time. So
Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with that. But no, awesome. I definitely found interesting your whole background. I'm curious, how did you become passionate about nutrition? Was it something that you used to love sports your whole life, or did you just kind of fall into it?
well, I mean, everyone wants to look good and be as healthy as they can, right? Like, so we can live the longest, healthiest life ever. I don't think you really even need to go to school to learn about nutrition. There's so much information on Google, but whatever. To have a formal bachelor's, it looks good. And yeah, I just always liked it. And I like to take care of my body, and that's it. So, whatever. It's good to have meal plans.
No, that's cool. It's the same. I mean, it's one of those. I mean, I have friends who went into that route, and like I played sports my whole life, and it was one of those things where I was always, you play sports, you want to get better at it, so you naturally start lifting, you start doing different things like that to eat better, and like you mentioned, you want to look as best as you can, you want to live healthy. So that was one thing that I found really cool. Was the military one of the places where you were forced to be into shape, and it kind of made you?
Oh no, the military is the last place that I learned. Actually, I'm smarter than the military. They know nothing about nutrition. They give the worst food ever. Like they give the same food as jail food. So they know nothing about nutrition. And I'm glad I got out because actually I was having the worst diet when I was there. So I'm happy I'm free from that. Honestly.
Yeah, one of my best friends is in the military. He can probably concur with that. Yeah, he keeps telling me that like they do bust your ass to get you in like boot camp or whatever. But once you're in, you're basically free reigning. Whatever you do, eat whatever you want. It's basically, he tells me that in a lot of ways, unless you're actively deployed, it's almost like a big frat party. I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been deployed, but I've gone on training missions for maybe a month or 5 months. And when you're there, they're in control of the food that you have access to. So you either eat that and it's for free, not really because they take money out of your paycheck, or you can go spend money on your healthy food. But everyone wants to be cheap and save money. So they eat the garbage food that they serve at the chow hall. They call it like the cafeteria.
Yeah.
The military cafeteria is really bad for you, honestly. But anyways, yeah.
Give me the vibe of the person that you would steal food and just kind of have it for free so you could get both ways.
I mean, if I was being like a fatty that day, like if I wasn't on a diet and I just wanted to eat whatever I want, then yeah, I'll bring a bunch of snacks and whatever. But I know it's not like good for me, so I'll have my days of balance. You know,
I can respect that. And I'm curious, what kind of guys are you into?
Well, I mean, I don't really have a specific type. Like every guy I've ever dated in my life, they look nothing like the same. Honestly, I have to meet them, talk to them, how they walk, how they dress, everything. It's not just how they look. It's a lot.
There's been a few midgets, there's been a few giants, there's been a unicorns, but it's been all over the place. All right, cool. So let's start off with Nikki. What would you go on a second date with SGS and be brutally honest?
As a date, as like a romantic partner? No, maybe as a friend or a coaching or I don't know, collaboration. Like that's what I meant to say, collaboration or like
Okay.
I know meeting new people, networking. But as a romantic, no.
What when I asked you about the previous guy, did you also answer in a romantic sense, or did you mean more in a platonic?
Oh, the other one, yeah.
Okay, so let's give SGS some feedback. So, what do you think he could have done better to make you more interested romantically?
I don't know. It was just like the way of the conversation. It was like informational and just like okay, getting to know each other. But I don't think there's anything really. It was just the vibe of how it went. I don't know how to explain it, but
Nikki, maybe I can hit this one home for you.
yeah.
Get it home, tomato.
The raging tomato has spoken. SGS, actually, I want to say first off, it's nice to see you up here because normally I just see you in the chat. Nice to see your face. So I was waiting for the sexual tension. I was waiting for some, like you could have turned a lot of things around. Even when she talked about the chow halls, you know, like even I know about the food sucking, and you could have, you know, oh well, maybe like we can cook a meal together, and you know, I don't know. You could have turned it in a way of projecting, like forward projecting in a sense. But there was, you know, even bringing up the military factor, you could have kind of gone down some sexual rabbit holes there. But even I didn't feel it from you. Like I caught the friend vibes as well. And I think that if you had just added that little flair in there, she wouldn't be saying what she's saying right now. Does that make sense?
No, it does. To be fair, I think you're absolutely right. I was actually trying to do that towards the beginning, and that's one big thing that I know Alex talks about with the short time window, where I was trying to actually do it then, but
yeah,
you gotta.
It was a great conversation, though. I mean, it was very smooth, it flowed very well. There's no issues with that. Like you're a great conversationalist. Just sex it up a little.
Yeah, so I kind of add on that. The conversation is very platonic, which is it's good to be able to make platonic small talk, but that's only part of the picture. It lacks that strong man to woman vibe. It lacks flirting or any kind of sexual tension. And one thing you can do to add sexual tension is just slow down your speech. Instead of speaking really fast like this and talking about, hey, what about military chow hall? And be like, no, how is that military food? Right? Just slowing things down a little bit like that adds a little bit more sexual tension to it. Also, you can make a lot of jokes out of anything. So, for example, you can make things more playful. So when she was talking about how much the military food sucks, I might have been like, damn, girl, you're making me hungry right now. I could go for some of that military food. You could use some future projection and be like, okay, so on our date, you can whip us up some military snacks and we can fucking march for 20 miles and then I don't know, whatever they do in the military. I don't know. I wasn't in there. But yeah, so like stuff like that you can riff off. But yeah, I think like the biggest thing is just more of like it's not what you say, it's kind of how you say it. So just slowing down your speech a little bit, adding a little bit more intensity to the conversation, having more of that like strong man to woman vibe rather than like it's just like two friends chatting. Yeah. But I do think you're getting a little bit better, so keep at it, man.
Thank you, man. So tonality and just like you mentioned, dropping some of those flirty jokes to take advantage of that short window.
But it's also like I don't know how to. I have a hard time sometimes explaining this. It's also like okay, like this is going to be a little crass, but bear with me. Like look at Nikki. She's a hot fucking Puerto Rican girl. Just like you like deep down inside, you know how to like make things sexual. It's just like your brain is getting in the way and your anxiety. But like. You know, like think about like this, like 10,000 years ago, caveman, you know, they weren't like thinking like a caveman that was trying to pick up a cave woman. He wasn't like thinking, he was just like, it's inside every man to be like sexual. I just think we limit ourselves sometimes and we become platonic because we're worried about coming off as creepy or maybe because we're nervous. That's certainly what used to happen to me. But it's not like so much about like something super crazy that you have to do. Although suggestions I made will definitely be helpful. It's more about like kind of just like controlling the anxiety and just kind of tapping into that more like, I don't know, primal type of energy. I don't know if that's the best way of explaining it, but that's kind of my like take.
That makes sense. Awesome. Thank you very much, Sarah. Nice to meeting you outside of the comment section.
Yeah, you too, man.
Thanks, Itchy. Appreciate you. All right, take care, buddy. All right.
Where is the comment section?
It's all the way to the right. You can see it, but you probably don't want to look at the comments.
Yeah.
For your own mental sanity. Don't look at the comments.
Unless you have a very good sense of humor.
I'm watching the comments right now.
All right, Brian. So who do you want to go on a date with?
Dude, honestly, I was gonna do Sarah, but I was listening to Nikki, and I'm interested in seeing what she's got to say about some of the questions that I have for her. So let's try both of them.
Oh,
All right, cool.
man, I was really expecting you to go straight to Nikki. She's a hottie, man.
I'm gonna take myself off.
Sarah, I don't know what to say about you. I'm curious about you. I'll say that.
I'm the raging tomato.
What does that mean?
Because I'm always red. So somebody called me the raging tomato once, and I was like, I'm rolling with it. I like it.
You're beautiful, though.
Oh, thank you.
You're very okay. I actually want to start with this. I kind of want to do something different than most guys do. I want to give you guys a compliment. What I like about you, what I've seen, and what I've heard so far, and I kind of want to give you a negative, kind of give you something that I dislike about you girls, from what I've seen and what I've heard so far, and then maybe I can get some of that from you too as well, and we can go from there. Because I'm kind of curious as to like what both of us can relate to, or the three of us can relate to, or have in common, and what we like and dislike from each other. So I'll start with you, Sarah, and then I'll go into Nikki, and then we'll go into Sarah and Nikki again to your feedback. So my thing with you, Sarah, is I have a type, and you are definitely my type. Like blonde, colored eyes, cute smile. You look like you have a nice body. Like physically, you're my type. There's not like I can't fucking like think of any other type that I like more. You're definitely my type. The thing that I don't like about you is that, and it sounds fucked up. And it sounds fucked up, and it's not bad. So I'm not saying this in a negative way. But I feel like you're too formal. You're too like, hi, how are you?
Yes.
Let's do this.
And you're not the first person to tell me that. Who is that? My feedback or somebody else's?
I can.
So I get told a lot. I'm very clinical, very formal, very conservative the way I speak to people. That's just a thing that I've kind of developed throughout the years. You have to remember, I'm also 35 years old. I'm a professional. Like this is, what I do 9 to 5.
Yeah, and it
Brian,
could
you got to
also
fix your mic, bro. It's killing the audio quality. There's massive feedback. I don't know if you have your YouTube player on or what you got going on.
I have my laptop on.
Turn down the Pornhub, maybe. I don't know what's going on, but
Turning it off right now.
let's get the audio fixed. I'll give you an extra few more minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, if you want to just skip me, and then I'll come back later because I don't know how to fix this. I might have to go back into my phone.
Well, actually, yeah. Okay, let me bring you back on then.
All right, thank you.
All right, that party was kind of cut short. Let's bring on the next person. Oh, his name is also Brian. So we're just swapping one Brian for another Brian. Spelled slightly differently. What's up, Brian?
What's up? Can you hear me?
How you doing? Yeah. I remember you've been on the stream before.
Yeah.
All right, cool, Brian. So who do you want to go on a date with?
Let's do Nikki.
Nikki. Everyone wants Nikki. Fucking Puerto Rican Nikki.
She's a hottie. I got Nikki too.
Me and Sarah will take ourselves off. Let's see what you got.
All right. So, hello, Nikki.
Hi.
So, what you said earlier, you were talking about the food hall. That resonated with me because I am a stickler when it comes to what kind of food I eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I am like, if I told you how strict I am, you'd be weirded out by it. But I love my eating habits. So like, what's your eating habits like? Like, do you eat junk food every now and then, or
Well, the thing is, I love food, and I actually think I have a food disorder because, like, I eat healthy because I know that my health needs it. But if I would have a choice to eat bad or eat good, obviously I want the bad shit, But just for the sake of health and how my body looks, I try to balance. But yeah, I try to eat everything organic. Chicken. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat pork. try to have
Mhm.
vegetables with each protein every 2 to 3
Mhm.
hours. Try to, but
Try
that
to.
doesn't always happen. So if I want to eat something bad, I'll make sure that I work out first, like get the
Mhm.
workout out of the way first, and then if I want to eat something bad after, I will. Because once I eat something bad and I didn't work out, I'm not going to the gym. Period. Because I already feel like shit and it's waste of time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you said you don't. If you eat something bad, you don't feel like going to the gym?
No, because I feel
Really?
disgusting. I feel tired,
Huh.
lazy, like maybe a few hours later, but still, I just feel like my day's ruined because I started the day wrong. If I start my day right, I feel energized. Like, let me use this energy as fuel to go to the gym. Like, eating a Big Mac at McDonald's is not fuel, it's poison. And it doesn't
Mhm.
help you for anything.
Yeah.
You know, like,
See, that's interesting because I'm the exact opposite. If I eat something bad, I feel like that's the first thing I do is go to the gym or work out. Yeah.
yeah,
So
like you to burn it off.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, yeah.
I'm just
But
like,
yeah.
whatever. If I have a bad day, I do the whole day bad. No gym and just
Mhm.
eat junk. If I'm gonna have a good diet day, use that good diet day for a good gym workout, and then you'll see the shred, the gains the next day. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you have it
Yeah,
all figured out, it seems.
yeah.
But the way you do it, it's so different. I mean, we're not gonna get along. I don't think it's gonna work out between us. I don't. It's just like
It
you
doesn't
don't.
matter. Food is
Yeah,
a personal thing. I don't like people that get into my food. Like, you eat the way you eat, I eat the way I eat, and
yeah,
let's
yeah,
leave it. We can leave food as a separate conversation.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, even in that little conversation, I could tell the chemistry. Like, because I tell you, you keep giggling every time I'm talking. You're trying to flirt with me with your eyes and your laugh. So I could tell that.
I don't. I laugh all the time. That's just my personality.
Yeah,
I guess
sure,
I'm a
sure.
natural flirt. I guess
Yeah, you
whatever.
are.
No, I just
Obviously.
laugh at everything. Like, it's just how I am. Like,
Mhm.
every time I say something, I just like laugh to finish it. Like, it feels like the sentence finished. Like, I don't know.
Sure,
Anyway,
you're stopping
um,
yourself from admitting that you feel something, and you really do.
no, I don't feel something for people I don't know, especially talking to a camera.
But I guarantee you, if we met in person, I would sweep you off your feet. So,
Okay, you guys say that all the time, but whatever.
and you said you're in Miami, right?
Miramar, it's like 35 minutes from Miami, north.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
like a suburb area. Nobody knows. It's very boring and quiet.
Mhm.
Nothing to do here.
And so you said you're from Puerto Rico. Are you were you born there and then you moved to Florida, or
Yeah, I
how did
was
that work?
born there and I moved when I was 6, so I grew up basically here in Florida.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Speak some Spanish to me. Speak some
¿Qué tú quieres
Spanish.
que yo te diga?
I might be able to. I don't
Tú no
know.
entiendes nada, ¿para qué tú quieres que te hable español?
Yeah, I heard the en español part at the end. So you said I can understand what
Español es
you
lo mismo que decirlo en inglés.
mean. Yeah. You know what? I took a test and I'm actually 2% Spanish. So
Oh
I'm
my
actually a little bit ashamed that I can't speak a little bit of Spanish.
What part of the Spanish, like what country is it from?
Like it just says generally it said Spanish and Portuguese, that area. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, that was a surprise, but yeah. So I mean, eventually, I really think we would really hit it off if we didn't meet on this 5-minute call though, because 5 minutes is kind of lame. But honestly, I could see it. Like I would probably see you outside of a mall, and then I would probably stop you, and then you'd be so enamored by my beauty, and then I would look at you and be like,
Oh
I'd be
my
like,
God. No, I'm very like oblivious to everyone in public.
Mhm.
I'm not paying attention to those kind of things. Like,
oh
I
yeah.
don't know. It's not my priority to date. Like, I'm so
So,
in my
so,
head. Huh?
are you like, do you like intellect? Are you attracted to intellect?
I am, yeah. Someone
Nice.
that has stuff going for them. Mhm.
Okay. All right.
My dog has a lot going for him. Look at him. He's thinking of plans to take over the world in the background. All right, so let's start off with the way we always do. Nikki, what would you go on a second date with Brian and be brutally honest?
No.
Okay. What no worries. What do you think he could have done better?
I don't like when guys say like, oh, like they think I'm flirting with them, or oh, I will like get you with my charms. Like he was like, that's okay, like that's part of his personality, but like really you don't really know how the girl is actually thinking or feeling, like just because how they perceived it, you know. It's like on his end, maybe he thought that, but it's not what I was feeling. But it's not in a bad way. It's just, you know. But I
Oh,
know
Yeah,
it's
I
like
really?
was,
a flirtatious thing that he was doing just
yeah.
for fun. It might have worked for somebody else, but not with me.
Interesting, because you were
Yeah.
giggling a pretty good amount. You were like a little schoolgirl back there. You're like, hee hee hee.
Well,
Do
I
you feel
laugh
like,
at a lot of things, like especially when they see something like that, because like they think it's gonna work and it's not gonna work. So it's funny to me, like whatever.
do you think
Uh,
maybe he was too cocky? Is that kind of the word you're looking for? Like too cocky?
I wouldn't say cocky. Like it was a playful cocky.
Uh-huh.
Because a real cocky, I would just end the conversation right there. It was just playful. So that's
Okay.
okay. Because like I know when it's a like he's so full of himself, like, oh no, like get that away from me. I don't like that at all.
Okay. Well, here's my feedback, Brian. So I think you're getting better for sure from what I've seen. You're
Mhm.
like having a better, you're more flirty. You had her giggling and laughing a few times. Um, I would say still you don't want to come off too cocky. You were kind of flirting with that line a little bit, like stuff like sweep you off your feet. Also, kind of like puts you in the frame that you're the one that's trying to impress her. When really it's like kind of you want to subtly set the opposite vibe. It's like I generally avoid doing stuff like, oh, I'm gonna sweep you off your feet and stuff like that because it's like I'm the one that's trying to get you, right? Like she's the prize.
Mhm.
The speak Spanish stuff that was pretty good. You know, that's like I would have still somewhat similar feedback for you as I did for the second guy. The conversation was a bit platonic, although you did make it more interesting near the middle. I think also in terms of looks maxing, I think you should definitely grow out your beard because I find that when people just have the mustache without the beard, it looks kind of off. So
Is it?
it kind
Oh, okay.
you kind of look like a retired police officer or something like that. So I would grow out the beard, or if you want a clean shaven look, then shave it off. But kind of like this, like I think the mustache without the beard, I don't know. I've just never seen anyone pull that off. You did some
Okay.
disqualification, which is pretty good, although that can backfire, but it looked like it was fine. Yeah, I think maybe it's just like I do think you did better than you did all the previous times. So I think you're going the right direction. I also think you're not helping yourself by having a very black and white like camera from like the 40s, and then also
Yeah.
like just really plain background. So I think that it'd just be better. Like if you had like a better camera, like you could just like honestly, part of this is just how you present yourself.
Mhm.
So that's probably like working against you. So I think again, if you like grow out the beard a little bit, get a better like webcam, one from like the 21st century, and keep doing some of the other stuff you're doing, I think you'll definitely have like better results for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This. Go ahead.
oh, I agree with the beard. I was actually thinking that while you were on. I thought the mustache is kind of like cute to some
Mhm.
degree, but at the same time, a beard would make you kind of take a more manly appearance, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Um, but I think and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. I felt like she almost kind of shit tested him at one point when she mentioned like, oh, like lots of guys say that, lots of guys say that. And I think at that
Mhm.
point you could have kind of like flipped the script on her and put her back in kind of her place in
Mhm.
a sense. Like, well, how many guys are you talking to? You know, or I don't know, maybe
Mhm.
Alex would have something better to say to that. I don't know what you could say to that, but I would have flipped it on her at that point because at that
I
very
might have just been like, and here I thought you were this innocent little Puerto Rican.
right. Yeah, there
Okay.
you go. Take a more positive approach. But I think right at that point, that's when I knew that she was kind of done with you when she said that,
Mhm.
because I don't think she would have said that if she was kind of putting you in the category as everybody else. Like you weren't standing
Okay.
up to her. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't catch that. I should have caught that.
Yeah.
I do think you're noticeably better than you were that one time you were on with the blonde Arizona girl, the lawyer girl. So
Which one?
remember the one that was like shit testing the fuck out of you? I did a separate video.
Oh
with her.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah,
Although
that was a
she was
disaster.
tough. Her and Nikki are totally different personalities. Uh,
Yeah.
I'll have to have her back again at some point. Maybe you can have like a redemption story arc. You know, like
Perhaps. Yeah, that'd be
yeah,
nice.
cool. But
All
yeah,
right.
cool, awesome, Brian. Thanks for coming
Thanks for the
on. Always good to
feedback.
see you, man. Take care, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, cool. Let's bring on Lockheed Martin, employee of the month.
Austin.
It's like an inside joke. What's up, dude?
Veteran too.
There we go.
Yeah. So, Austin, who do you want to go on a date with?
Let me
You want to
take.
do both girls?
No,
You're
I don't
getting
think. I don't
good
think
on
Sarah. I
that.
don't think Sarah's down with me like that. I don't know.
Why do you say that?
You haven't tried. I remember in the chat you said once you're like, oh
Exactly.
man.
I was trying in the chat, and then you were like, "No, you made your choice. You chose Nicole."
Uh-huh.
Try Sarah. I want Sarah to have a turn.
It's good. I've had plenty of turns.
All right, I'll go with Sarah. I'll go with Sarah.
All right, cool. Me and Nikki will take ourselves off for 5 minutes.
All right, Austin. I've seen you do these. You've done really, really well. So I've got high hopes and expectations for you.
Oh, you think so, huh?
I do.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I've had kind of a long, busy week. So this is actually a nice little end to my weekend finally before the week starts back up. So.
Oh, that's good. You look. I was just saying earlier, you look slightly less sunburnt than usual.
Less? Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been spending less time at the beach and more time in the office, or your background is strangely solid. It looks like you're in a dungeon or something. Maybe that's why.
Well, I'm just like Natty, like I get kept in the dungeon too, and fed every once in a while.
You get let out like once a day to eat.
Will you come let me out? I've got to. Can be my white knight for me.
You get let out just to eat and respond to cease and desist letters. The rest of your time, you're locked up in the dungeon.
They let me out for the legal, non-legal advice.
What I've seen you on a couple of these, but what kind of guys do you like? We'll start with that.
I've never really had an actual type. When I look back, I think, wow, I've had a little bit of everything. Whether it's ethnicity to a type of guy, whether professional or the blue collar or first responder type of thing, military. Like I've gone in all different realms and I've never really been specific. So I think a big part of me is just very open to a person and who they are. And I always like to see the best piece in a person. So I think when somebody shines that bright for me, I just kind of go for it. I don't hold anything else against them.
I like that answer a lot, actually, because I kind of feel the same way. I've dated, kind of thicker girls, thinner girls, white girls, black girls. It all just depends on the vibes, What do you do for fun?
Get on Alex's speed dating channels.
That's it.
No, I do a lot of stuff. I mean, the summer I spent most of it paddleboarding up until I broke my tailbone. Then I had to put it away for the season. So, but I just went on a Jeep, like a Jeep trail, like a guided trail I have a Gladiator. So I wanted to kind of put it to the test and see how far it could go. And that was pretty fun. So I think that's going to be a new hobby during the fall and spring for me. So I'm going to go find the next one to jump in on.
You broke your tailbone?
I did. I broke it. It's a stupid story. It's not even a cool story, but I broke it. And
Do you at least have like a vicious scar on the back?
No, it's all internal. So it's I basically fell from one chair to another, and it was not. I was standing on one chair hanging something. I had my ladder in the other room too, so it was really just stupid. It shouldn't have even happened, and it just like destroyed my whole summer plans.
Oh, that's too bad.
The end of them. So yeah.
I was gonna say you could at least get like a tramp stamp to cover up the scar. Just make it like a story or something.
Or something like that. But it was more like an internal bruising, and then a break, of course. But there's nothing you can do to fix that. But maybe I should get a cool tattoo on the back that's like, I don't know, says something funny about it. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one for a while.
We can do it. For our first date, we'll get matching tramp stamps.
Ooh, you would get a tramp stamp too?
Again, only if they're matching with you.
Oh, what would yours be? like? What kind of matching tattoos would we get? Like you're the big spoon, I'm the little spoon, or
we can go with that. Where are you located?
I'm in Maryland.
You're in Maryland? Okay.
Mhm. Where are you at?
Yeah, I probably won't be in Maryland. Actually, no, wait. I will be. It's kind of close. I'll be in the like Boston area-ish next summer.
All right,
That's a long train ride, but yeah.
Long train ride, but it's within distance.
Somewhat.
We should meet up and grab a drink. Oh, you already
All
got
right,
one.
Sarah.
I can get you a better one.
All
So
right.
for real
Crack
talk,
me just-
would you go on a second date with Austin?
You know, I would. And I think because I did have a history of watching Austin as well, and knowing him in the
Yeah,
chat. And I always thought he was like a cutie. He's definitely very well spoken. He's always been kind to everybody I've seen him speak to. Even though he didn't like sexualize it too much, I think just having that history there and kind of knowing him from things, I would definitely do it. I would definitely do it.
Yeah, because I didn't really feel the sexual tension during this conversation.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But the idea that you would be willing to get matching tattoos with me, that was pretty cool.
That's still like my
Austin's a keeper like that. What did you think, Nikki?
Yeah, I think the conversation had flow, and like she said, they had already seen each other on other podcasts, so it seemed
Yeah,
like
I do think that gives a little bit of a
Got a little extra credit there.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's still like my one of my main sticking points. I feel like is like sexualizing, and like it affects. Like I do better in like day game versus like I have pretty moderate success in dating game versus like at my fraternity parties or like clubs and stuff. I get blown out a lot more because I think that requires more like sexual tension and like nonverbals and stuff.
Right.
Versus like day game, it's like you don't want to come on too strong in the day because you'll like creep girls out. So like my kind of low key vibe thing that I'm decent at, I think flows better. So yeah, I'm definitely still working on that.
Let me say, Austin, I don't usually go younger, but I do feel a little.
There's a first time for everything, though.
I feel like I'm blushing. So if I got more red, cool. But
No,
I
I
would
see that.
definitely. I just think you're just so freaking. I don't know. You're just
he's kind of like the pool boy, right? Like he like cleans the
yes.
pool and you
You
afterwards.
a cabana boy, I would definitely go for.
Yeah, you just kind of lay out there while he cleans your pool, and then you're like, "Oh, I dropped something in the water."
Yeah, like you would be something fun and sexy to look at.
You are blushing a little bit now.
I'm blushing. I'm hot right now. Like I'm
now
warm.
you're just at your normal shade of red.
Right. I went back to the raging
back to
tomato.
baseline.
I'm Chucky. It's good. But like I think you are very sexy to look at. You've got the pretty light colored eyes. You've got the kind of beard thing going on. So it kind of mans you up a little more so you don't look quite as young. And I think just because I've seen your demeanor elsewhere, I think you would just be very kind and very thoughtful. And to me, again, I told you earlier, I find the things that shine in people, and that to me shines brighter than game in that instance. So you definitely get extra credit points.
Shine bright, Austin. Shine bright. All right, cool. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you as always. See you soon, man.
Bye, Austin.
Bye. Let's bring on the next person. We are full backstage. All right, this is packed. That's why I always say, guys, get on early. All right, let's bring on. We're just going order too of when people arrive, so I'm not like taking.
What's up?
You too.
Every time, new outfit, new look.
Yeah.
For sure.
What are you wearing on your head now? Was this like a crown or something? Or
it's a wrap. I'm doing hot oil today, so putting like coconut oil and a bunch of that shit. Gonna put in a hair dryer, then wash it out so it can be like conditioned. It's like a really deep condition because my hair is so thick.
Oh, the things you blue pillars do, I can't even keep up with all of it. All right, cool. So Q2. So who do you want to go on a date with, or you want to go on both girls, one girl? What are you thinking?
I'll go with Nikki.
All right, cool. Me and Sarah will take ourselves off then. Let's see what you got, brother.
Gotcha.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, and you? How's your treatment going on live?
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty long process, but it is what it is. I gotta get through it. It's like going to the gym like after you eat something like unhealthy or some shit like that. You just gotta do it, you know?
Yeah, go to the sauna, drink tea, and detox or something. Fix your hair, whatever.
Right.
Body process. Yeah.
When did wait? I'm not gonna ask you a question. For the military, when did they teach you how to shoot a gun?
Yeah, in basic training, that's part of the requirements. You got to do weapons qualification. You have to shoot 23 out of 40 targets with a M16 or M4 rifle.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that's just the basic. And every year you have to do it to maintain in the military. If not, they kick you out. So
you're dangerous.
I know how to shoot guns. Yeah.
And the combat training too is a lot.
The combat training, we learned the tactics, but I think they changed the basic training. The one that I did, like if you YouTube basic training and you see the combat training with like the, the gear and the little sticks that you fight it. I didn't do that, but they teach you basic combat training. But yeah, whatever. They teach you everything. They teach you all the self-defense that you need to know. But just to be ready for war at any time, because anyone can call you at any time. Like for the point.
I could see you getting thrown in the combat training thing.
Yeah, I mean, I have a background. Like as a little girl, I've always done like masculine sports. I did taekwondo, I did kickboxing, Krav Maga.
Oh, you be fighting and shit. See, I knew there was something else to you. You be fighting.
I mean, that was when I was like a younger, and then I went to the girly side and started doing volleyball and dance. Like 13 and up, I started doing girly stuff. But when I was 8 years old and younger, I was just doing all the boy stuff because I copied my brother. I wanted to do everything my brother did.
So, I see. Yeah. What do you it seems like you're probably more towards your girly side now, but you use the masculine traits to keep yourself focused, motivated, doing a bunch of stuff you don't want to do.
I have a very masculine personality. Like I'm girly and I know how to dress girly and act girly, but like I can't be played by a guy. Like I can act like a guy, and I'm not scared of guys. Is what I'm saying. Like I can defend myself. So
I got the vibe that you are very comfortable around men, and I think the way you explained it that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and in the military, it's the majority of the men. I mean, the majority of the people there are men. So I worked with a lot of guys. You have to sleep in the same room with all these guys. It doesn't matter. You're not a gender. Everyone's equal. So you just get used to that, and you see a lot of things, and you kind of get turned off by everything. So it's like, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? Like you just see guys acting like guys, even if there's a girl or not. Like how usually in a normal setting in a restaurant, guys are not gonna go to the restaurant and burp and fart in front of hot girls that they're trying to spit game to. Over there, they do all that shit. They don't give a fuck. Like like they don't give a shit.
I see. I see. Yeah. So I think we should go to the gym for 30 minutes. I'm planning our date now. Go to the gym for 30 minutes. Afterwards, go to a vegan restaurant or no?
Are you a vegan?
No, I'm trying to be healthy and shit.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like if that's like that's my usual go-to place, like after a workout, like a healthy cafe. It doesn't have to be vegan, but it could be anything.
All right, so then we're going to go to the cafe. Boom. And then we'll go to the romantic balcony, and let me see. We can simulate the basic training, and we can sleep together in separate beds.
Well, that's creative.
Yeah, you'll feel more comfortable that way. I feel like.
Okay, yeah, separate beds. Yeah, that's good.
So,
Even if I like somebody, I like to sleep in my own bed. So it's just.
you're not a cuddler? Because
I mean, I can
I'm a
cuddle
cuddler.
for a little bit, but when it's time to actually
Nah, you got to be a cuddler.
I need to be in my own bed, my own sheets. I need 5 pillows around me.
All right. All right. So let's kick it off to Nikki. So, in all honesty, would you go on a second date with Q2?
A second date as a friend, not as romantic.
Oh,
not as romantic. Okay. What do you think he could have improved on?
Honestly, he was just being himself. But like that first, I think the first sentences that we started talking, there was like that awkward pause, and I was like, "Oh shoot, how is this gonna go now?" Like I don't know. But then he was thinking of what else to say, and then everything else went fine. But I think if a girl was actually interested in him, like maybe they would say, "Yeah," but he's just personally not my type in the romantic sense. That's all. But I think he's a cool person and knows how to talk and all that. So
here's my feedback, Q2. So you ran out of things to say, obviously, really early on. And I think that's been kind of the common pattern pretty much every time you've done this, something that happens to you a lot. So I think what it comes down to, I've talked to you enough to know that you're not like slow or something like that. This is not because you're mentally slow. This is just because you get nervous and you kind of freeze up, right? Because there are some people who are legitimately like just have nothing to say because they're dumb, but you're not actually one of those people. You're just getting nervous, right? Which is why you freeze up. And really, like the way to solve that is through practice and repetition. You kind of want to. I don't want to get into like fucking neuroplasticity and this shit. That's something you've heard me talk about on this channel. It's basically like. So there's like different parts of your brain, right? And like the more that certain parts of your brain fire together, the more like they fuse, right? And then those connections are quicker. So what I'm getting at is, for example, like let's say you're really bad at, I don't know, talking to girls, right? But if you do it over and over again, those parts of your brain are forced to kind of like be intertwined and develop connections. And then it's just faster and faster. So for example, for me, you're never really going to see me running out of things to say because one, I did cold approach for like 5-6 years. I did sales for like 5 years and I've been doing these streams, right? But that's not, I wouldn't say that's like, if we went back like 20 years ago, I probably would have also been running out of things to say all the time. So I don't think like I'm inherently by default like better at coming up with shit to say than you. I just think the big difference is I just have so much more practice doing because I've been doing it for decades. So I think just like practice, I'm assuming like you're not really doing cold approach or anything like that, but like if just practicing doing those things on a regular basis, like it's not going to stop happening right away, but it will get better and better. And eventually you'll just catch yourself that you're not running out of things to say. Your brain will just be like coming up with that shit, right? So again, but if you take long breaks, like, you're doing this like once a month or something like that, like that's just not enough practice. It's like if you go to the gym once a month, you're not going to get jacked. Like you have to go to the gym like semi-consistently in order to make progress. And it's kind of similar like that with social things. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I just want to add that the issue is more thinking of the right things to say because I have and a lot of people, that's the reason I'm saying this because I know a lot of people do it. I have like a set almost like script or pattern and I really try to break out of it, but I can't break out. It's hard to do that and think of something new to say. So I think kind of disappointed today, but it's all right. And I'll just yeah,
well, there's no
sorry, all right. So, and then this is the only reason I'm going so long is this for everybody. So like, so what's the tolerance for sexualizing? Because I have no problem sexualizing, but I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong, pretty much. Right. I don't want to be wrong or creepy, whatever we call it.
Right. So yeah, I think that goes back to the discussion you and I've had many times. It's kind of like that's why I've been telling you like you gotta get out of that blue pill mindset because you're worried about kind of creeping the girl out or like coming off as a creep, right? But like having that kind of paranoia, it's actually gonna like cripple you, right? Like that's something I'm never worried about. Like if a girl thinks I'm a creep, then whatever. I don't give a shit, right? So that thought doesn't even cross my head. But it is going to stifle you and it's going to prevent you from exposing yourself. And that's something a lot of people struggle with. A lot of people really struggle with that. So you're not alone in that. But yeah, I think like a big part of this is just like experience. Like for example, I'll just explain to you when you guys were talking, when you were talking about like whatever, sleeping on separate beds, like immediately where my brain went was like, oh, but we can maybe bring those beds a little bit closer together and get all sexy with it, right? Like it just my brain automatically comes up with these like little fun little innuendos. But again, that's just only because I've just been doing this for fucking all my life. So I think again the point I'm trying to make is just like more and more experience, and also not worrying about like whether people think you're weird or people think you're a pervert. It's going to go a long way.
And actually, Q2, I have kind of a positive spin to that because I do like it when people take their time to speak. It shows thoughtfulness and the fact that you're, thinking before you just blurt something out. So it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but you want to make a smoother transition between that. Like taking a moment to think about something is a very positive attribute. But there's also like you could also kind of Google like filler phrases to say when you are in thought and just kind of start spitting those out before while you're thinking of the next thing to say, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is an interesting comment. Would be interesting to invite random people to watch pickup stuff on naturals or even just random people types. Yeah, all my like quote unquote normal friends would probably not want to go on, but I'll do my best. We'll see. I know a few guys that might be good candidates. But cool. Oh shit, we just lost Q2.
Oh,
yeah, Q2. I don't know if you just disconnected or you had tech issues, but I wasn't trying to kick you off. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you as always. Let's bring on the next person. Okay, cool. Let's bring on Jake. Yo, what up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. All right, Jake, I'm excited to see what you're going to do. So who are you going with?
I'm going to go with Sarah because I'm going to be in D.C. later this year.
All right. He's thinking,
I like that. He's already planning ahead.
Speaking logistics. Yeah. All right, cool, Jake. Me and Nikki will take ourselves off for 5 minutes.
All right, perfect.
Hi, Jake.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. Are you a ginger? Like, do you have red hair? It looks.
No, I'm a blonde.
Okay, there's kind of like a red tint in there.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's got to be the fun house behind me. You know, mirrors like reflecting off it.
Mm-hmm.
How was? Would you do anything exciting?
I did a little bit of shopping, which I actually hate shopping, so it was kind of a chore for me to do that.
Sounds magical.
Yeah, it was joyous. And I hate malls and I hate being around tons of people. So it wasn't like the best experience, but I made it well worth my time and tried to make the best of it. Went to some soccer games. There was a big tournament the kids had this weekend, and now I'm here with you.
Oh, you got kids?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How many?
I have 2.
Nice. That makes you a sexy MILF then. That's my favorite since I'm
You're what?
I'm a single dad, so.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Yeah, I prefer to date single moms.
Oh, wow. How many do you have?
Just one.
Just
2.
One and done? No
Yeah,
more?
definitely one and done. It's
Thank
it's
God.
So what do you got? I've been meaning to ask you, what do you got back there? What do you got? Like some shiplap back there or something?
It's panel boarding. I set this off. It was a couple years ago. I decided to take some time since this is actually like my office. I work from home 95% of the time anyways. So I decided to spruce it up a little bit. So I did some panel boarding behind me so that now when I go on meetings, I have a pretty panel board and not just a plain wall. So I think I might want to add some shelving or, some other little features to it later, but yeah.
I was gonna say we got to spruce that up there. That's I need some like pictures or like something.
Well, at one point I actually just had the kids' artwork kind of 3M'd onto it. Because I had so much of it and I didn't know what to do with it. And then one day my daughter, she had it was her 13th birthday party, and she had it in the basement. So all of her friends were going to be down here, and she didn't want all of her artwork to be up on the board for all of her friends to see. So she just came and cleared it all down. I'm like, what the heck? Like, you can't just do that. But yeah, so.
So when do you get away from the kids? What do you travel?
I'd say like quarterly I might do something. Even if it's just a little weekend getaway, whether it's local. I have a lot of friends in Virginia. I lived down in like northern VA for a while, so I have friends down there. DC. I have friends in Pennsylvania. I just went to New Jersey, maybe like a month ago.
We got where we going next? Where are we going next? Come on.
I want to go somewhere where I can get more sun so I can really be red next round.
Really red next round. How about Fiji? I like the sounds of Fiji.
Never been there. I'm
Gotta
down with that.
do some zip lining. It's got kind of that tropical vibe.
Yeah, I could go tropical. Get some water sports in.
Yeah, some water sports. Okay.
Or we could just lay on the beach all day and do nothing. That'd be nice to just not do nothing for once.
Yeah, I know that. I know that is. Yeah, I'll be too busy checking you out though.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you're definitely my type. So I'm curious though. You got obviously articulate. Got some curves. Got the sexy long hair. What's the catch?
What's the catch?
Oh, that's one of my favorite questions.
Ooh.
By the way, Fiji is awesome. I love Fiji. I was there when I was 20.
Saved by the bell.
All right, Sarah. So, would you go on a romantic date with Jake if you guys are in the same area?
I actually would. And I'll say, the conversation was fine. He was picking up the sexualization right there towards the end, which was perfect timing, I think. I wouldn't have started with any of that, so that was fine. He was future projecting, going on trips. He found some common denominators for us. I would totally do it.
Yeah, Jake, I think you're getting better. I mean, granted, this is the first time you've been on a speed date, but for the audience who doesn't know the context, me and Jake have done some coaching sessions. I do think it's heading in the right direction. You're kind of. I don't think you were ever really bad though, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, you were never like really a hard case newbie, but it's the vibing is a little bit smoother. I would say like little things like, for example, and again, this could be just my sense of humor, but we were talking about like, oh, we're gonna be at the beach. I would have been like, yeah, we can rub each other down with sunscreen, get all sexy with it. Like, I don't know, just like my mind just always comes up with these like little innuendos. But yeah, good eye contact, strong body language. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you did all right overall. She's down to go on a date with you. Nikki, do you have any constructive feedback?
Yeah, actually, my favorite part that he asked was if she has kids, because no guy here has asked or was curious, because I have a kid and nobody knows that. Like, and that's actually important because some guys are turned off by single moms, and so that was a good question he did.
Yeah, I'm used to asking that from online. So, but yeah, Sarah, I'll DM you.
Yeah, I'll put you guys in touch. I have both of your numbers.
Cool.
All right, cool, awesome. Thanks, Jake. Always appreciate you, man. Let me know how that tournament goes.
Oh, Alex, we're MILF maxing tonight.
I know. I'm the only one on this panel who doesn't have a kid. I guess my kid is the dog.
You know of.
That's true. I don't know. There could be some running around. All right, let's get Caduceus on in here.
What's up, people? How y'all doing?
What's up? I'm excited to see that black belt game.
Yeah, there's gonna be no game here, but we're gonna have a good conversation. Ooh, ouch, my ears.
Feedback.
I don't think it's me. I think it's someone else.
It's fine now.
I was the raging tomato all along.
All I did was hit mute for a second.
That's all good.
All right, so you said you want to go on a date with Nikki, or who are you thinking?
Yeah, let's do Nikki. Sarah is gonna. She could DM me her questions about taping her tailbone and the mechanics of how a fist could fit into places. So she could save that for herself.
Lay off of my stuff with your fist.
Like, it's a little strange, but we could save it for not the air.
That's how they do it in the black belt circles. All right, cool. Me and Sarah will take ourselves off.
Yeah.
You got 5 minutes, Caduceus.
What's up, Nikki? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. So you're a content creator? What brings you kind of here?
What do you mean? Oh, I mean, I just post like my stuff, I would like to post more about nutrition, but I haven't really got into that. But other than that, I just post like myself, modeling and bikinis, so I can get sponsored eventually,
Yeah, it's a good idea. Like, I'm looking to grow my brand myself, so like it's not easy, isn't it? It's not easy at all.
It's not. You have to keep up with it and like on the phone all the time and the tags. And it's just like it's like a full-time job almost, and you don't even get paid for it until
I know. You get all the smoke from everyone, but you probably have a bunch of dudes either loving it or hating on you, and you don't get any money for it.
It makes me tired looking at other friends posting, and I'm like, damn, I should be posting. Like, I'm already tired just like seeing them post. I'm like, damn, I got to do that too now. Keep up with everybody. Like, no.
Yeah. Do you do podcasts at all? Or are you trying to get into there too?
I mean, I go on like if like this one, I get invited. I've been to Fresh and Fit. I haven't done a lot,
Mhm.
but I would do more to get more exposure, and that's fun, you know.
Yeah, are you good with like voice on a camera, like saying lines, like saying like reads?
I mean, I can try.
Yeah, all
If
right.
I'm not
I'll give
shy on
you.
here, why would
I
I
mean,
be
you can
shy
give it
in
a try
real
right
life?
now. I'll give you a little script, and then you could say it and see if you got all the. Here's your script right here, and I want to see your best right now.
Oh God, here we go.
So here you go, right here. So your script is: thanks for joining Caduceus for the vital message. Please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of TVM content down below.
See, no, this is not the way to do it. No, I'm not even gonna remember half the shit you said.
All right. Well, I'll let you freestyle it. Say something like, "Thanks for joining the vital message," and then check out the content below.
No, don't put me on the
You
spot.
can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
No, I can't. Maybe another day.
You could. Okay, you'll DM it to me later, but you should definitely check out the channel, pick up some stuff for yourself, check out the store. So, yeah. So you do bikini stuff? Is that what you do? Pretty much.
What?
You do bikini posts on Instagram? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's just like it's not really a brand. Yeah, it's just my personal life, like my feed, what I'm doing that day. If I like my outfit, I'm gonna post it. Like whatever.
Yeah, you
But
should get a
yeah,
brand.
really-
You should get some shirts right here. You should get a shirt that like just like this that says Nikki right
I
here.
should do a lot of things. I would like to make my own protein brand, workout attire brand, bikini wear, everything. Like I should just do it all. But I
Yeah,
haven't gone. Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone in the chat wants some, you could buy some too. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get protein. So you're all about fitness. That's what you're into?
I try, but I'm also a foodie, so
Foodie?
I was actually gonna do a competition like this MPC bikini like years ago, and I was actually shredded but the diet is so damn hard. You gotta like be isolated from everybody. You can't live with any because I
So
can't see people
you're not a
eating.
poser. You're not a poser about it. You're not out there. You're not out there just posing by the dumbbells, posing by the bench. You're actually putting up some big iron.
No, I like to work out, but I don't like pretending like, oh, I only eat salad. No, I like to eat pizza. I like to eat pasta, and I'll eat in front of you.
Even if you're a salad girl, like every girl likes meat to some degree.
Yeah, it's hard. Eating healthy all the time is really hard, and it's a very antisocial sport. Like when you're taking it serious. So.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. If you didn't catch it already, I've mainly just come on to plug merchandise. So what are your thoughts of that?
All right, that was real cool. I was a little confused whether this was a speed date or a promotion ad for.
It was totally a promo. I love you, Skadoosh.
But all right, let's Nikki, would you go on a second date with Caduceus?
As a romantic, no. Just as friends and maybe collaborate, network, and yeah.
Would you buy one of his T-shirts?
Yes.
Yeah, we got leggings, we got sports bras, we got them all. We got mugs. Dude, we're all set up right here. Check out the leggings right there. I got my link on my channel.
How many products do you have, dude?
Oh, it's just Teespring. I got stickers, I got leggings, I got sports bras, I got crop hoodies.
Caduceus, you got to.
You're never allowed to call a dating coach.
If you need models for your brand.
Oh man, I came on full grift here because I don't think the game stuff works. So the speed dating is kind of like a concept where you don't actually know if you're really into each other. So I decided, you know what? I almost got a voice line out of her. I was going to clip it and use it for my outro, but she didn't bite the bait there.
I always appreciate Black Pillars being genuine as always. All right, cool. Caduceus, thanks for coming on. Always appreciate you.
All right, cheers.
Take care. All right, that was interesting. Black Pillars. Caduceus is actually one of the better ones too. That's the funny part. All right, let's bring on the next person. Greg.
Yo.
I hope you're not going to try to sell some kind of like Russian merchandise.
Nah, I'm not gonna even drop my OnlyFans. I'm gonna keep strictly speed dating.
Oh, that's good. All right, so
take me off, Alex.
Who do you want to go on a date with?
Let me get Nikki.
All right, cool. Me and Sarah will take ourselves off.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. I'm good.
So let's start with the red flags. What are your biggest red flags?
Wow, that's a very vague question. Like, there's so many things.
So many red flags.
I mean, yeah, I can't really think. It has to happen. Hold on, give me a second. Damn, like, well, first of all, how people dress, for sure, how they dress, and obviously how they talk, their communication skills. Are they a gentleman? Do they open the door for you?
Right.
On the first date? Do they do 50-50 on the first date? Like, or do you pay for her? You know, there's plenty more, but I can't really think of it right now. If I remember, I'll say it.
It's interesting because I meant like your red flags, but that's cool that you notice like other guys' red flags when they're going on.
Oh,
dates
you mean
with
like
you.
for me?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with me?
Not necessarily wrong with you, but something that's like maybe a little spicy, you know, that just, you know, red flag could be a green flag. Who knows, right?
But I don't understand your question. Like, you're asking.
Yeah, like what are your like red flags? Like, for example, my red flags is I have an OnlyFans. That could also be a green flag. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe if I wanted a traditional relationship, that would be a red flag. But like in today's society, it's pretty normal. I have an OnlyFans too, and I think I would not care at this point in my life because I want to live a good life.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want to work a 9 to 5 and pretend like, oh, we should do everything perfect and go to church? Like, no, I want to be on a yacht and fly and travel the world. Like, I really don't care. So
yeah, you want 5 sugar daddies, you know, selling your feet pics on OnlyFans, easy money, right?
People are doing it, and it's pretty normal. And you know what? If they're judging you for it, it's like, well, it's because you're not making the fucking money, so fuck off.
Exactly. I love it. I mean, shit, I strip on OnlyFans. Like, I thought it was like I did it as a joke. Then I'm like, this is easy money. Fuck yeah. Got the Russian magic mic over here.
You're Russian?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pati della Russo. See.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I already forgot some words that I learned.
Yeah. You have a thing for Russian guys?
I don't have a thing for any guys, but I would say I like international. I like accent. You don't have an accent though. You're like Americanized.
You'd say that? Some people say I have an accent, so that's kind of interesting.
Well, maybe if I hear you in person, but
yeah.
I thought you were actually from New York because you said, "Yeah, how you doing tonight?"
Yeah, yo, I'm dead ass bugging, B. Like, send me your feet pics. Let's go. Nah.
You're not from New York?
No. Where do you think I'm from?
I don't know.
Where do like the cool male strippers come from?
LA?
Close. Philly. Like
Oh, Philly? Really? It's so random. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very random.
Yeah.
Spicing up the virtual day. Hell yeah. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but that's interesting though. I've never gotten that. You're like, okay, from New York, this like random Russian dude talking about like fucking OnlyFans and red flags. You're like, it's definitely a catch.
Oh, do you talk loud? Because I hear Russians talk really loud.
Yeah, I'm as loud as it gets.
Oh God, that's another thing.
I'm like, hello, like fuck yeah.
That's one red flag for me because depending in the public place that we're in, like damn, you gotta lower the volume sometimes.
Oh, I'll raise the volume.
Oh,
no, I mean, you get that respect. I mean, you know, like you hold the door open for the girl, she walks in, right, and then you spank her ass. But then, like, you know, you just kind of smile. And that's just something more guys should be doing, you know?
I guess.
Not to like a random girl. Like if you're on a date, I'm not saying like you see a random hot guy, don't go slapping his ass. Like just, you know.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't really like public affection that much. Depending where we are.
Yeah.
I could in the beach I can do it, but not like
exactly. Yeah. So when we go on a romantic date on the beach and there's like no people there, we'll show some public affection.
Yeah, like if we're in a group of friends, I like everyone to hang out like friends. Unless it's like a couple.
Not like a group orgy, I would hope. You know, we got to have some.
Well, if that happens,
we got to set some boundaries, right?
Yeah.
No group orgies on the nude beach. I got you.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I'm seeing a lot of green flags. Like, that's really good. I respect it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you were on the Fresh and Fit podcast before?
Just one time, yeah.
Time flies when you're in
I know,
love.
right?
I think this might have been one of your best ones so far, Greg, from what I've seen.
yeah?
But let's get Nikki's input. So, would you go on a second date with Greg, i.e., Russian Poppy?
I would, yeah.
Okay, I kind of had a feeling. Yeah, man, I think this was one of your best ones. Your game that this is good. I always like it when I see people improving. Because if we go back to one of your first ones,
Yeah. You actually go back to the one where I said about the red flags. I think that one was a disaster.
Yeah, maybe I'll do if you're cool with them. Maybe I'll do a video where I compare like your first one.
Definitely do it, man.
I think there's a good one. But it's okay. So I think you got. So let me give my feedback. I think you got just the right blend this time with being authentic, but at the same time being interesting. Because in the past, I've seen you struggle with that. Either you're like trying really hard to be interesting, but it just comes off like you're putting on an act, or you're just like being authentic, but you're boring. But I think like this time it was a nice balance. Also vibing well. I think you got the verbal escalation part down. Which is obviously something that you see me do a lot. I think the next step that you could add to your sexualization arsenal is also just practicing slowing down your speech and building sexual tension now.
Yeah.
Right. So again, like you're doing it with the sexual innuendos and all of that and verbally, and that's great, right? But I'm just saying there's more than one way to skin that. When you combine that with like sometimes like in combination with what you're doing, sometimes slowing down speech a little bit, just being a little bit more sexy with it, right? That can go a long way. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the feedback I have for you. I guess like the one question I have, because I think a lot of people are curious, what exactly do you do on your OnlyFans?
Would I do my OnlyFans? Mainly just me fucking girls, like strip teases, stuff like that, like just pictures and kind of just like random shit like that. I had one thing where like I was spinning my dick like a helicopter and like people, it was like a 45-second video and people were just buying it. Like that was like my most sold one. And I was like, damn, I can like really just, yo, John, I got you, man. Just no lawyer, no cease and desist. But yeah.
That's fun. Oh, so how many girls have you fucked on your OnlyFans?
So far, like 3 or 4. Some of them just decided to part ways, decided to take like that content down. But I think like right now, my like OnlyFans girl rotation, probably like three solid girls that like I steady make content with. So,
Interesting. Cool. How many subs do you have on OnlyFans?
I got like 76 right now.
76.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to grow it out. It's kind of hard right now.
Yeah. Well, too bad the chat is like 99% dudes, or otherwise you could get.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to find some like angry feminist podcasts and go advertise my fucking OnlyFans there.
That'll be the place. But cool, awesome. Do you have any more feedback, Nikki or Sarah, for Greg?
I can't.
It was fun conversation. Nice.
I can't say anything.
Yeah, I like that.
On your IG or something. I'm sure he'll give it to us.
Yeah, definitely.
Greg's like my little brother now, so I just can't. I can't anymore.
Yeah, I got you. Yo, Nikki, is that your IG in the username?
Yeah, I purposely put it on there.
I got you. Hey.
Smart. Nikki's a hottie.
Yeah.
No,
the fact that she's a mama.
Maybe we should do a speed date with Sarah and Nikki.
No.
That would have been, if it would have been anyone other than Sarah, it would have probably worked out. But like just for Sarah's comfort zone, I can't do it. If it would have been Ashley, that would have been interesting.
I'm saying Sarah and Nikki go on a date together.
Yeah. You guys should speed date.
I don't even.
Shit.
I don't even want to
do it.
Nikki, are you into girls at all, or are you 100% straight?
I like girls too, but like I wouldn't date one. I just for fun, I can do content on OnlyFans with a girl, or if I'm drunk, I can kiss them and
we're gonna build some suspense. We're gonna end off the stream by doing a speed date with Nikki and Sarah, so you guys have to watch it until the end. That's me being all clever with it. All right, cool, awesome, Greg. It's really good to see you.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Peace out, guys.
Bye, little brother.
All right, cool. We got the next person on, Tyler. RSD Tyler.
Hi, Tyler. What happened to your hair, dude?
You're muted. You're muted, Tyler. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I woke up from a nap. It's kind of messy right now.
You're good, man.
That's
your
a little more
background is like super blurred. You got like the massive like blur effect going.
Were you in Florida a couple weeks ago when the hurricane came through and just?
I am in Florida right now. Yeah.
Ah, see, so you just let it be based on the wind.
Guys, I'm making zero money running this stream. I just purely do this shit for like you guys. There's no money that's being made on this stream. I'm pretty sure most of the shit just gets demonetized. If it does get monetized, I make like $5. So that's not a lot of doing these streams. All right, cool. Tyler, who do you want to go on a date with? Nikki or Sarah?
Let's do Nikki.
Okay.
because I'm
everyone likes a little bit of Nikki. All right, cool.
hot, man.
No, I'm not.
She's got that like ex-soldier sex appeal. All right, cool. Let's.
Well, I think she said she was in Florida.
She is. Yeah, she lives 40 minutes from me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
He's doing colon logistics too.
All right, cool. Me and Sarah will take ourselves off.
Yo,
Hi.
Nikki, how's it going?
Good, and you?
Good. What have you been up to tonight, aside from all these speed dates?
Nothing. I was just working earlier, and then that's it. Ate a little bit, showered, chilling. I wasn't expecting to even be here. This was a random text message I got, like, "Hey, are you available?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm ready."
Yeah, kind of like me. I just got thrown on this call. I actually was like on my phone, forgot that I joined this thing, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I'll do this.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I heard a little bit of the conversations earlier, though. Sounds like you're from Miami.
Mm-hmm. Well, Miramar, but yeah, Miami. I'm mostly in Miami. So.
Wait, where are you from originally? Because you got an accent.
Puerto Rico.
Actually, I can't.
I have an accent, really? Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
It's pretty cute, though. So what's your what do you do for work? You're like I heard OnlyFans. I'm not sure if that's like your main thing or if you're just
no, that's definitely not the main thing. That's my side thing, and I actually haven't even really started it. Like, it's not popping right now. I just started a few months ago, and I barely put any effort in it. But other than that, it's just modeling, and I have a bachelor's in nutrition, so I sell meal plans here and there to people who want to like lose weight. But it's not like, everything's virtual. I'll email a meal plan, like very basic stuff. I like everything like flexible schedule. I don't want to be at a job 9 to 5. Like,
oh yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah,
ex-military as well. So yeah. Other than that, I just find random gigs and.
Yeah, I have my own business that I work on, and it's much better to be doing that than working like a normal job where you always have to.
Yeah, I've done it enough years, and it's just miserable. So.
For real.
I don't pay enough. What?
You go to the gym a lot. You're a nutrition coach. You should.
Yeah, I go to the gym. I've been slacking for sure, but yeah, I do a lot of bodybuilding. I'm pretty strong. I like to look better than I look now. Like, I like to look like lean and muscular.
You're looking pretty good.
And whatever. Shit happens, but I know how to work out, and it's a lot more fun when you have a gym partner that likes to work out. So.
Maybe we could go sometime. I could see how your squat form is.
You know how to work out?
I'm pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Because I've been going to the gym, and I'd be the first one to come in, and then another guy comes in, and I expect that guy to leave like after me, but no, he leaves before me, and I'm still working out.
Oh no!
And I finished.
You gotta stick in for the full length. you gotta take as long as it needs to get done.
Yeah.
How long do you usually spend in the gym though?
Like 2 hours, 2.5. Because I would do cardio, and I'll do a whole muscle group, maybe like 5 to 6 exercises, 4 sets of 30. No, 4 sets.
Okay, you actually know what you're talking about. All right, that's good.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I was just buying some protein today, but anyway, that's a whole other subject. What else? What else do you like to do?
Well, I like to go to the beach. I love animals. I take my dog everywhere.
Are you a cat person?
What?
You kind of look like a cat person.
A cat? I mean, I like cats, but my dad's allergic, so I never was able to have one. But I will have one. But yeah, I love animals, period. I have birds too, so.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'd like to get a dog pretty soon, but I've just been I travel too much, so it's kind of hard for me to have one that that I can take care of. But yeah, once I feel like I don't need to travel as much, I'm gonna probably get a dog.
Yeah, I like traveling and exploring new restaurants. I like to do everything that exists because I get bored of doing the same thing. So
yeah, I think
I'm just very adventurous.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of travel, so been on some interesting adventures, and it's kind of cool to. I'd rather spend my money experiencing things than just trying to have nice things,
Yeah, I mean, you still need to look good when you go to the place. You can't go naked, but but definitely it's better for the experience.
For sure,
it's worth more. You get more out of the experience than just buying a pair of something.
Yeah. All right. So wait, you seem pretty attractive. You got, are there any so I think Greg asked this, but I don't know. I didn't hear the answer. Do you have
Any what?
any red flags? Anything like anything? I mean, OnlyFans is that's a red flag right there. But any other ones I should be aware of? Like, do you like around or you?
I mean, I guess I have like mood swings. I guess I just am really difficult because I like things my way. So that's why I think I'm just going to be alone all the time because it's really hard for me to conform to someone else. Like, I understand that other people are not like me and they have their way that they are, and I can't change anyone and no one can change me. So we're always going to clash in a way.
I'll change you, girl.
We're not gonna clash.
Okay, Nikki. So same question as always. Would you go on a second date with Tyler if you guys were in the same city in the romantic sense?
I don't think so.
I had a feeling you're going to say that, and I have a whole bunch of notes, but I'll let you go first. What are some things that you think you could improve on?
But you asked me?
Yeah.
Oh. I just didn't feel the chemistry. I don't know. Like, he was doing good trying to ask questions, but I just didn't feel like, I don't know.
I'll verbalize what you're getting at. So I think what she's getting at is it was a very platonic vibe, kind of nice guy. And I actually have quite a few videos on that topic of like nice guy that I would check out. And it's like, you know, it's very common. So it's not like you're like weird for having that. It's like very, very common issue that guys struggle with. But it can definitely work against you, especially like the pattern you're going to find is a lot of girls are going to be like, yeah, he's cool, but I'm just not interested, right? That's the kind of response you're going to get because it lacks any kind of that strong man to woman vibe. It lacks polarization, lacks sexual tension. So yeah, there was like no sexual tension at all. So for example, there's like little things that I can tell you, like that I wrote down. So for example, when you're talking about the gym, you're like, maybe we can go sometime, right? Just like that phrasing is kind of weak. Like I would phrase it more like, "Oh, we will have to go sometime, right? No, maybe, right? No uncertainty." Like for example, and then so after that, she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, a lot of guys like." She was basically doubting your gym skills, right? So what I would have done in that situation, I've been like, "Are you really doubting my gym skills?" And just hold tension, right? And that adds a lot more life to the conversation, right? So it's just like it just feels like you're just way too nice, right? Like a little bit of like a people pleaser, but again, that makes you like a very like nice person to be around. But it's going to kill sexual attraction. And also, like, do you mind if I'm just brutally honest?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. I don't want to offend you, but your voice is a bit weak. It just like kind of like falters a little bit. And I'm not sure if that's a genetic thing or anxiety or hormones. It could be any one of those things. But I would try to kind of figure that out. So do you find that your voice is different when you're like hanging out with your friends, or is it the same?
It's pretty similar, I think. I mean, I don't know if I'm like, is it the volume or just like the scratchiness? Because I do have a bit of
both.
Yeah. I mean, like I could speak louder, maybe that would help. But I other than that, like I do have kind of like a acid kind of issue that scratches or hit, you know.
Yeah. Have you ever checked your testosterone?
Yeah, I have pretty normal levels. It looks from last time I checked.
What were they, if you don't mind sharing?
I can't. It was at the like I would say in the 500 range.
How old are you?
31.
500 is a bit on the lower side. It's not super low, but like you want to be closer to 800. Also, your free testosterone matters. I'm not saying you got to get on TRT, but there's like natural things you can do to boost up your testosterone. You could look into HCG. It's like pretty safe. You can look at also into zinc and boron supplements. So there's a whole bunch of things you can do before getting on TRT to boost your testosterone. But testosterone will change your voice. If you go back and watch my earlier videos, right, my voice sounded pretty differently before I got on TRT. Now, none of the stuff I mentioned is going to make as drastic of a difference as TRT, but it can make a little bit of a difference. I also think that anxiety could be causing your voice to waver a little bit. So you're doing a lot of what's called up talk. So up talk is like, hey, Tyler, you want to go to the movies maybe? Right? Versus down talk would be like, hey, Tyler, we should go to the movies. Do you see the difference? Even though I'm saying the same thing. There's a lot of up talk, and that's like that's not hormones. That's just purely like anxiety and confidence. So that's one thing to be aware of. But yeah, I think like, you know, obviously you can improve on all this shit. This is not like, you know, you're fucked or something like that. If you watch Greg, like the first time he was on one of these streams, he fucking bombed, man. Like way worse than whatever it is, like than you. So you can definitely improve, but I think a lot of it is, again, like one, I would follow that stuff I said in testosterone, try all the natural shit first, HCG, zinc and boron supplements. Also, I mean, again, I'm not a doctor, but you can work with a functional medicine doctor. Also, there's more to it than that. There's like your estrogen and estradiol and all those factors, your free T, like all these other factors that come into play. And two, just practicing and going outside your comfort zone, doing things that make you uncomfortable, then you will be comfortable in situations that are not as anxiety provoking. So yeah, that's my feedback. Also, check out some of my videos that I have on like the quote unquote nice guy thing. I think you might resonate with that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like this time, like one of the feedbacks I got last time was that I wasn't really sexualizing the conversation very much. I thought this time I was at least trying to find more opportunities to do that. Like I was, I mean, like I made a comment about like, oh, we should go to the gym together. I can see how your squat form is or something. Like just little things like that, just to kind of like imply something, but not like, super sexual.
You were still like far short on that. Like there was no sexual tension. Yeah.
Tyler, have you ever heard the term like a basic bitch for a female, like a basic bitch?
Yeah.
So,
Sarah, are you saying Nikki's a basic bitch?
No, not at all. I'm actually, and please, I'm trying to say this, but you kind of remind me of the male version of a basic bitch. Like you seem kind of yuppie-ish, like you would get pumpkin spice lattes or something like that.
Yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to be harsh with that. I mean, I've seen females be called a basic bitch and they take it and they're like, yes,
honestly, I think it's funny. I'm actually
okay. Good. I'm glad. I am very glad. But you're just kind of very like almost have a feminine side to you, in a sense. And I'm catching that a lot. And I that's why I'm just saying, like,
I don't know. I mean, I'm a very like curious person. I like to learn about people. So I'm not sure.
That's not the worst thing. I would just kind of take a little bit of a more firm approach, in a sense.
So what is? Can I ask like what it is that you could see as like being feminine? Like what specifically?
So like how Alex was kind of saying the way you were speaking. But you just kind of have that vibe, like you are kind of soft in a sense, soft spoken, soft, like in the conversation itself. You didn't think you didn't appear to be very you weren't dominating the conversation in a way. That I think that's.
I mean, not interrupting her, but like
no, it's good.
With my voice, just like.
But it's not just the voice, though.
There's a lot of things you were kind of doing. I think you should have kind of like pulled frame a little harder and been a little more just domineering towards Nikki. And that would have
it's fine. Like I don't think anyone should be anyway. He should just be how he is, and a girl that likes his way will like him. Like there's a person for everyone on this. Like no one has to.
You're right. There's a person for everything. I just think if he,
with respect, I completely disagree with that, Nikki. I think this is, and that's you're not the first person to say that. Like that's a common sentiment. But the problem is that if you're one of the guys who's not attracted to women, then unfortunately there's like it's very hard to find a girl. So I don't think these guys should put on an act or anything like that. But I think they can work on improving things and becoming more attractive to women. Like for example, if you watch a speed date with Greg from like 3 months ago, like you would have had a different impression. You'd been like, I'm never going to go on a date with this guy, right? Well, like what changed? Well, he kind of improved on the things I told him about. So I do think that it needs to be like there's no way of justifying of like staying the same. Like you got to improve. I mean, if you want to change your results, if you want to keep your results, then you don't have to improve.
No, I agree with that. And yeah, I'm looking for things that I can do next time. So I appreciate all the feedback.
Start off with the hormone stuff I recommend, and also checking out the nice guy videos, and then come on again, and we'll give you more feedback.
Sounds good. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Take care. Let's get on a few more people. We got Hormaxer backstage, but let's. He just jumped on, so we'll get him on in 5-10 minutes. Let's bring on. Okay, this person. Yo, sir, you got to turn your camera on. Unless like you think the girls are gonna go on a date. Oh, there we go. I wasn't sure if like tigers learn to use computers or something. Okay, cool. So Ryan, who do you want to go on a date with?
Yeah, let me talk to Nikki.
Okay. Me and Sarah will take a.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. You do these pretty often?
No, this is the first actually that I did. So, have you been on this before?
No. I've seen some of Alex streams before, but I was like curious to like see I guess, like practice, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You look
Yeah,
like
it's
Latina
good
by
to.
chance. You look Latina by chance.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to Puerto Rico about a year ago. So
Oh, how was it? What part did you go? You remember?
San Juan.
Okay, yeah, the basic tourist city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like old San Juan and then there's San Juan. Like I've been around that area. But
it's always
yeah.
a fun time there. Can
Do
never
you,
complain.
do you swim at all or anything?
Yeah, I swim.
Okay. Yeah, I've always wanted to like scuba dive and go scuba dive some sharks. Like I
Like the
thought,
ocean. Yeah, I love deep ocean swimming, everything about the ocean. I love it.
uh-huh.
I mean, it's scary about the sharks, but I feel safer when I'm with somebody. I would never do it alone for sure.
So if I come with like a little harpoon, you'd feel a little safer, is what you're saying.
Like as long as there's
Right.
another human
Knocking off
being.
the sharks.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, because when I went there, I was like, fuck, I didn't even get to go see like the lights. I didn't get to see like most of it was like tourism stuff. So do you speak Spanish?
I do. Do you?
Sí, hablo español. I
¿De
don't know.
dónde eres?
Soy de Arkansas. Soy de Estados Unidos. Pero
¿Pero de qué país es español?
es de México. Ese es mi
Oh,
papá.
Okay. Mexico.
Mejor que hablamos en inglés porque la gente.
Well, let's bring this back to English. The chat.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know if like we could speak Spanish, but anyway.
So you're Mexican, but you're more Americanized.
Yeah, I'm whitewashed. I mean, like you sound a little whitewashed too. I was trying to see, like, I could see that you were a little bit Latina, but like, is your mom?
I have a lot of accents. Nobody could ever, like, you can hear me here today, and then another day you'll be like, what? She's speaking another. Because I have so many friends from different countries that I just catch on to whatever I hear. So, and then when I go to Puerto Rico, I come back Puerto Ricanized again. And then I come back to here.
Oh, that's how I am in Mexico. When I go to
Yeah.
Mexico, I go there and I'm like, all my Spanish comes back.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's fun.
That's cool. Well, I mean,
Sometimes I do like pretending I'm from somewhere else because they actually believe it. Like I have, it's fun talking in different accents and then people actually believing that you're from somewhere else, especially in Miami, because everyone comes from international here.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, one of my fun things to do is that, pretend I'm from somewhere else.
So I've met with Puerto Ricans. Y'all are a little spicy. Y'all got a little bit of an attitude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also an Aries zodiac sign, so it's extra spicy. What
Well,
about you?
guess what I am?
What are you?
Just take a gander. Come on.
Gemini?
No.
Sagittarius?
Yeah. Good job. Okay. Well, we're fire signs then.
Yeah, fire with fire. That's good.
Huh? That might be some like very dangerous arguments though, and then we gotta make it up a little bit of spanking.
Yeah, because you always want to win, and I always want to win. So
I'm stubborn. I get that. So are you a little stubborn, or are you just?
I'm stubborn, but only when I actually have like the reason. Like I'm right. Like I'm never gonna like say I'm right even if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Like I actually am mature enough to like, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Like
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends how petty you have been with me. Then I will be petty too. It all depends.
Well, I'll be direct and honest to you. Like I won't beat around the bush for the most part, but
Yeah.
I definitely try to I'm kind of like you. I try to be like very straightforward because I don't like it when a girl's like, "Oh, I'm fine," and then she's like running off into her room. She's not fine. I don't like that shit. You know what I mean?
No, I'm straight up. Like I'll tell you how I feel. I just don't like narcissists or people that manipulate. From the beginning, you can easily tell like how they are and how they're going to be in the long term. Like if you feel the energy is off and you have to constantly explain yourself and you're talking to a brick wall, just leave because it's not going to change. It's going to get worse. So.
Okay. So you're Puerto Rican. Like, do you like mofongo by chance?
I do. I had it like a week ago.
Yeah, I love that. I'll fuck with some mofongo. I totally like would eat mofongo off of someone. Like that is like that shit's so
good. I love it.
Like that's the one thing I missed when I was coming back. I was like tacos and mofongo, and then like I go to the gym just to like so I could eat. So that's
you can eat mofongo. Yeah. That's usually what happens.
I like mofongo too, in case anyone is curious. Okay, cool. Nikki, so what do you think? Would you go on a second date with Ron?
Romantic, no, but as a friend, yes.
Yeah. I'll let you speak first. So do you have any things he could improve on?
He did seem a little nervous, but that's normal with everyone. But everything else, like he's been good with the conversations and things. Like I give everyone a chance, like I say. Like I don't expect everyone to be perfect on an interview. Everyone's always overthinking. What should I say? Oh my god. So he did well, honestly. But he did seem like nervous and also a little close to the feminine side too, kind of. But not like girl. Like I'm not saying like the other guy. The other guy was another level. He's in the middle, intermediate.
Yeah. I would give you the same feedback, Ryan, I would give as the previous guy pretty much. Now, I will say in your defense, it did pick up a little bit, like halfway through. So maybe you're one of those guys that just needs time to get comfortable. Unfortunately, situations is obviously that you have like, limited time span, which kind of sucks. On a real date, you'd have more time. Although in a cold approach, you might only have 1 minute before the girl's like, I gotta go. It did pick up a little bit, but yeah, I would give you a lot of the same feedback as the previous guy. There was no sexual tension or that strong man to woman vibe. Also, I think like I don't know how to explain it. Like, yeah, like also with the voice, it's not that your voice is like bad or something. It's just like it doesn't have that strong, like kind of like presence. You know what I mean? Wait, say something real quick, Ryan. Like, do a sentence. No, in English, please.
I mean, like, I don't know what to say exactly.
So your voice is not like too high pitched or anything. I think that this. So I don't think you need like testosterone or something. I think it's just maybe like
I actually did my T's and they're significantly low. That's what's very interesting.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like sub 300s, and then the free T's about 8. So
8?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, that will definitely cause that issue. Yeah, why have you not like gone on TRT or whatever?
Because I'm too young. I want kids. There's just too many like side effects. So I've just kind of like, trying to figure out if I want to have kids because there might be side effects of like infertility, from what I understand.
Yeah, there's always things you can do. Like you can do HCG while you're on TRT so that your body doesn't shut down. You could always freeze your sperm, or you could, instead of doing TRT, you could do like what I told the other guy and doing HCG and zinc and boron. But yeah, dude, that is really fucking low.
Yeah. And I was doing all those natural stuff, but it's just what thyroid stuff, I'm pretty sure. So that's what I'm investigating right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're all kind of intertwined. When I got on TRT, my thyroid stuff actually fixed itself.
Yeah.
So they're all intertwined. But yeah, man, I mean, that will like just take girls aside, just other things like your mood, your sleep, like just everything. Like really, like that's very low. If you're like free T's 8, that is, to put things in perspective, the range is like I think 30 to 120 or something. So
Yeah.
you're like like Nikki might have higher T than you, in all honesty. So yeah, man, I mean, that will definitely cause an issue. So I would highly recommend you sort that out. But yeah, man, thank you for coming on. Keep coming on.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, take care, buddy.
I was waiting for Ryan to like pull a Clark Kent and pull his glasses off and put a cape on and just fly away.
Damn, that his T is so fucking low. 8. I mean, I guess it doesn't really make it like you have to kind of understand like the hormone range in order for it to make sense. But like to put things in my perspective, mine is like 100 something. So like my testosterone is like 10 times higher than his, which I'm not saying like you should have super high testosterone, but you want to be in that range. That will like fuck you up. That's why you were kind of saying like, yeah, it kind of feels a little feminine. That will do it. Like if you have very low T, that's the stuff that makes you a man. All right, we got Hormaxer in the house. He came back. I did promise this. All right, Hormaxer, you're on after this guy. So I promised this Anthony guy, and then you're up right after him. So bear with me, and then we'll probably wrap up. Oh, then we're going to do the lesbian date, and then we'll wrap up. All right, so Anthony John Way, what's up?
What's up? How's
How
it
you
going?
doing?
I think I'm going to go with Nikki.
Okay. Cool. Me and Sarah will take ourselves off.
What's up?
Hi, how are you? Good.
I haven't been paying too much attention, but basically what it is you're like a military girl, Instagram model, and bodybuilder.
Well, bodybuilder, no. I mean, I like to work out, but yeah, people have their times when they fall off the gym. But I do like to work out when I'm.
That's an interesting combo.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
love to eat too, so it's just a balance. Like everyone
Yeah.
has to struggle, but
No,
yeah.
I'm not much of an eater myself. I have like a really fast metabolism, so no matter what I
You do.
eat, yeah, I can down like 4,000 calories a day and
Really?
only gain a little bit of weight. It's crazy. It's kind of
And you
bad.
eat a lot? Do you eat a lot or no?
Sometimes. Like if I'm trying to gain weight, for sure. Yeah.
Because I mean, when guys tell me they eat a lot, and then I see them eat, like they literally eat like
Like
I guess I
one
eat
little
like a
piece
man.
of
Like
salmon.
yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's like, "Oh, I'm full," and he just had like 3 bites. I'm like, and he's the same. Like he'll eat, and he thinks he's eating a lot, and he never gets big. So
No, I
but yeah,
mean,
fast metabolism is hard to get big, I guess. But
I was
whatever.
like 40 pounds heavier a few years ago. And like, I know what you're talking about. Like I was not eating enough. But then once the pandemic hit, I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to go back down to like a low weight. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of I haven't been watching all of these, but my favorite was the guy with the hair treatment who was talking about like getting separate beds.
In separate beds, yeah.
No, but I feel the exact same way, dude. I'm like 6'4", and I cannot fit in a bed with like anyone. Like my legs just like span an entire king bed, and it's just like horrible when I'm with someone. I'm like,
Wow, I need to make a customized bed for
yeah.
people as tall as you.
No, they should. It's like king beds are like necessary. Queen beds are sometimes like it's not enough space, you know?
Yeah, I have a king bed.
Wow.
And I sleep
Jesus
with 5
Christ.
pillows by myself. The pillows alone and me take up the whole king bed, so nobody
5
can sleep with me.
pillows. 5
Yeah.
pillows. Why do you have so many? Do you like throw
Because
them
one
off?
for my head, one for my arms, one to support my knees. And when I turn to the side, I have to hug one. Everything is supported. Everything.
You
I'm
have
like
like
on a mountain.
you have like an entire system every night when you
It's
go
a
to bed.
system. Yep.
That's a little too much for me. I'm like a one pillow kind of guy.
See, that's why your back probably hurts every day.
Who says my back hurts? No, I sleep perfectly. If I can get to
You
sleep.
need to use some more pillows and you'll see a difference in life.
What, like 10 more pillows?
Yeah,
You think?
just 5.
5.
5 or 4 is good.
No, my roommate does that, and like he's buried in there, dude. I cannot see him when he goes to sleep. He's also a midget too, so it's like he's just hidden. I cannot tell when he's in his room or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't do a fucking, I don't know. Whenever I'm at a hotel, I just throw the pillows off. I get like frustrated in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow, yeah. I'm the one to use them all and actually ask for another one.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll loan you some pillows in case you need more. So that I have less and you have more, you know? So you're trying to get into like the podcast game or whatever?
I mean, I'm just moving with the flow. Like if there's another podcast, yeah, like it's not like the only thing I'm focused on, but this is fun. Yeah, it's networking, it's exposure. And if I want to make up my brand, then this is good to meet other people. And
What was your favorite podcast? Do you like this more than Fresh and Fit? Or is Fresh and Fit like the cream of the crop?
Well, Fresh and Fit, I only went there one time, and it was my first podcast. I've done other like model things, but a podcast, that was my first one, and I didn't really talk that much because I was actually pretty nervous, and I didn't say the things that I actually wanted to say, and I just didn't want to go back because whatever.
Did you want to go? Do you want to throw up hands with Myron? All the shit he's saying.
I mean, not even at him. It's more like the comments. But I don't give a. I mean.
Oh yeah. They show the comments where the entire chat is just.
I just don't like how people literally judge you so hard. It's so easy to be behind the screen, like these people commenting right now, like, "Oh, look at her, look at like, like, okay, why don't you come here and see how perfect you sound? Like no one's fucking perfect, and I don't judge people. Like if they make a mistake, at least people are trying,
Yeah.
And you're never going to say or portray the personality that you actually are on a camera because it's not enough time. It takes a lot of time to know a person. So
let's be honest. These chat dudes are just like, they're perfect. They're like, the way they type, they act like they're like Brad Pitt in his prime, you know?
Yeah.
They're just nothing. They're infallible.
I would
They're all
love to know what
perfect.
they look like. The ones that are judging so hard. I would love to know where they live. I would love to know their life. Like, why are you judging so hard? You know?
I
Like,
mean, when you're as cool as them, that's all you can do. You just judge, you know?
yeah, because you have all the time in the world.
I mean,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever,
It is what
dude.
it is. People will do what they want to do, and you can't control it. So,
I mean, you can try, but you'll probably fail.
yeah.
There's too many of them. You try and beat one of them, another one like fucking snake, multi-headed snake. It just another one shoots up in his place.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Nikki, same question as always. Would you go on a second date with Anthony?
You know what? Yeah, I just wish I could see a little more light in there, but I like how the
nocturnal.
conversation went.
Yeah, it looks like he's like streaming from like a haunted house or something, or from.
But when he said he was 6'3" or something, I'm like, okay, he's tall.
Yeah.
That's like a better.
I'm like as
but I
tall
like,
as this guy, John Anthony.
yeah, I like how he talks, and probably would be a better conversation with more light.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. So you would go on a second date with him?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. I did not expect that.
Thank you.
What did you like about him? And Sarah also jump in.
Did you ever see the movie The Machinist with Christian Bale?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you totally remind me of him. And I'm not saying that as a compliment, but that's just the only vision I could like keep in my head while you were talking, because of like the funny like long arms that he has when he does like his but you're like Christian Bale in The Machinist, and Justin Bieber had a baby, and that's who you are.
I'll take it.
Hey, as long as you take it, I'm good. It was a good movie, by the way.
It was.
I don't know. I'm so confused right now.
Me too.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, in my opinion, the conversation lacked any kind of sexual tension or flirting. It was just kind of like he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't make any massive mistakes. He was good at banter. But there was, in my opinion, again, and this is subjective, so that's why I like getting the girl's opinion first. There was no like flirting or sexual tension or any of that, so that's kind of why I think me and Sarah are a bit confused. But maybe he's just like your type or something. I guess there's other factors.
I don't have a specific type. They're all different. So, yeah.
You don't have a thing for tall, skinny white boys?
I mean, I have been with a tall guy, but I've also been with short guys and chubby guys, and like.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, cool. I'll be honest. I was taking a piss, so I missed like half of it. But the girl said yes, so that's all that matters. So cool. Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Anthony. Definitely come back again, and we'll do more of these. All right, buddy. Take care. We're not going to go for too long. I keep like fucking Hormaxer. He just keeps bouncing in and out, and like he's not backstage anymore.
Oh,
so
it's probably better for Nikki that Hormaxer's not.
That is definitely
better
for Nikki for sure. I will agree with that. He would have
definitely
scared her right off the internet.
I feel like you have to pop like the Hormaxer cherry on.
Yeah, I know. It's at some point, if you're going to be a podcaster, Nikki, you got to get exposed to the Hormaxer. My favorite Southerner. What's up, Purple Jester?
Hey, how's it going tonight, Alex?
I'm doing good, man. It's always good to talk to you. So who do you want to go on date with?
I'd like to go for Sarah, because I heard that she's from Maryland and I'm from Virginia.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Cool. Me and Nikki will take ourselves off for 5 minutes. Let's see what you got, bro.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Purple Jester, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Living life, sitting down here by the water, looking at the scenery, enjoying things. How about yourself?
I'm good. What part of Virginia are you in?
I'm from the Richmond area.
Okay.
I do a lot of traveling for work, though.
Mm-hmm. I spent some time in Stafford for a couple years, so
okay,
about 45 minutes north of you.
Yeah,
but yeah, Richmond's nice.
Okay, I've been to Maryland quite a few times. I've been to Baltimore. I got family in Ellicott City, if you're familiar with that.
I lived there for about a year or two. I was actually there today for a tournament over by the over a little more closer to Columbia, but yeah, it was definitely in Ellicott City. Very beautiful. Have you been downtown Ellicott City?
Oh yeah, I've been down there.
Wow, it is.
My uncle and my aunt, they both live there.
Mhm.
My aunt works at the Pentagon. My uncle, he was the engineer for JFK Airport.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. I used to
So
work at Ronald Reagan Airport actually for a little while.
okay, you might know Gary Fuselier.
Was he like TSA guy or?
He was an engineer.
Oh, engineer probably not, because they're going to be in a totally different section where I was. But
Okay.
TSAs or anybody that's like front facing, I would have been familiar with.
Got you.
Mhm.
So what was your favorite part dealing with the airport?
You know what was more fun was when there was like crazy storms going on and you're watching people like laying down on the side in the middle of the hallway, or like people are like finding charging ports, to be able to plug in, like desperate for a charge. I think it was like more entertainment watching all of that.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good stuff.
Okay, so we tend to go around a lot of the same areas and that.
Mhm.
I know you said you're into water sports. Like, what is your particular favorite water sport that you're into?
Paddleboarding. I got into it 2 summers ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Now, I will say, because I'm a little person, so like me carrying a 10-foot board is kind of comical. A lot of people kind of make fun of me when I'm trying to like carry a board down through like a rocky area to get in the water and drop in and everything. But it's so relaxing and soothing, and just I don't know, being able to just sit there and enjoy the silence, or going into like the higher traffic areas with the boats and catching all of the wakes and getting thrown off the board. Like that's fun too, if you want your adrenaline rush for the day. But yeah, definitely paddleboarding.
So with being the silence and that, you're kind of giving off those real chill meditation vibes. Like, are you into meditation, yoga, anything like that?
Definitely meditation. I probably haven't in a while. I need to get back into it, but I used to do kind of like almost like a meditative training every night for myself at the end of the evening. It was very easy to just sit, play some, soft music, and just let your thoughts kind of go wherever they need to go. And it's like pretty relaxing, allowing yourself to just kind of be at peace for a good 10-15 minutes.
Right.
I have a very busy, chaotic schedule, day in, day out. So taking those 10 minutes for yourself, it does wonders.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once I get off this live, that's actually why I'm at the water right now. I plan on getting down, get my meditation on, clear your head from the work week, everything, just kind of zone yourself,
Is that what you
focus
like
on
to
your
do? Like
goals.
go and sit and kind of stare off into the water, or?
Exactly, yeah, and kind of
Oh,
get
wow.
yourself in that calm state of mind.
Yeah, I
The
love the
water is
water.
very fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun when there's wet activities involved.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do elaborate further.
Okay, so anytime you're sitting there, you're soaking in the water. I have a boat. I love going out on my boat. Like,
Really?
just
What
to
kind?
me, it's the most peaceful, fun. It can be calm, it can be adventurous. There's a
Mhm.
lot of different ways you can enjoy the water.
What kind of boat do you have?
I have a bayliner.
Is that? Tell me what kind. Like what kind is that? That's not like that's not like a speedboat kind of thing, is it? Or is it
No, it's
almost like
more just like a
a cruiser?
cruising boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
All right. All right. So same question as always, Sarah. Sarah, would you, if you were in the same city, go on a second date with Purple Jester if he was single?
I would be interested in another conversation to determine otherwise. You started going into the sexual piece of it with the wet thing, and then when I asked you to elaborate
I like
further,
that part.
you
That was
didn't
really
kick
good.
it in. I was waiting for you to kick it in some more notches.
Yeah. Yeah, when like
But
a girl opens up like an opportunity like that, like, oh really? I'd be like, yeah. Are you into what activities?
yeah, I was waiting for it. I was truly waiting for it, Purple Jester. I wanted you to just like hit that one home. But I would definitely be interested in a follow-up.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. You have any thoughts, Nikki?
I also like that he asked about yoga and meditation. That means he's
Mhm.
like mature and in tune with himself and
Yeah.
conscious of health and mental health and all that. So that's important.
Mm-hmm. You seemed very interested in me, like, and that was very flattering. That you
And
took
he
a
had
very
a lot of confidence too.
yes, very
There was
confident.
no moment of awkwardness at all.
Mm-hmm. I loved
Cool.
it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think there's any point in me saying my piece because you're like, you're already married, so you're just doing this for fun or so. But yeah, cool, man. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you as always.
All right, thank you. You guys have a wonderful night.
You too, Purple Jester. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks.
ma'am. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a cool accent. All right, cool. So let's no more guys. For anyone who didn't get to go on, we're doing another one of these tomorrow. So jump in for that. But I want to end it off with what we were kind of teasing, which is a date between Sarah and Nikki. Are you guys both up for it?
Who's dating who?
Well, I don't know. I'll let you guys discover that.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna take myself off, leave you guys on the screen for 5 minutes, and let's just see what happens. If that's cool. If you're cool with that.
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna take myself off. Let's see the match.
So, Nikki,
Yeah.
being in the military, how does it feel to be in a very male-dominated field?
I mean, I was just always dominant because I'm a fire sign, Aries. I'm into astrology, so like, the traits are already naturally there.
Mhm.
But I don't know, like I feel like a badass. Like I can defend myself. I don't feel like I need a man. I don't rely on a man. I'm an independent woman.
Mhm.
It's just a good feeling.
So you don't need a man. So how about a woman?
Wait, was that what the topic was? If we would date each other? I barely heard it.
I'm dating you now. It's on.
I love hanging out with my girls. I love feminine energy and women supporting women. Like, I'm not those type of little girls that fight over men and stuff like that. Like I
Mhm.
like my girls and staying
Oh,
independent. I don't like my girls getting run over by their boyfriends that treat them like shit. Like, I'd
right.
rather, that kind of thing.
I like to support my females in a lot of other ways too,
How?
I like to support their orgasms. I
Oh,
like to
yeah?
support
So you like
their
girls?
I mean, you're a pretty hot young lady, and I mean, not gonna lie, like you've got a couple of pillows I'd like to be laying on right there.
Okay. Yeah, I like to have fun too
Yeah, what kind of fun do you like to have?
with females. I would like
With
it
a
with
what?
you. Why not? I like to explore new things.
So that bed behind you,
Yeah.
which side do you like laying on? I just kind of want to know which side I'm gonna be on later.
Oh, wow. You're already planning that. I actually lay right in the middle, and the other sides are occupied by pillows. So you would probably have to buy another king size bed.
Could I maybe just kind of tuck my head between
Oh, yeah. It's like that.
just
Oh,
be
my
in the
God.
middle with you? Oh, I mean, since the two sides are taken up, the only spot I see is, at the
On
bottom
top of
of the
me.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you blushing?
Maybe. I'm so white you can only see red, right?
I see some pink
Oh my God.
there, and all right. So I already I'm gonna be over tonight. I already know where I'm sleeping. What would you like for breakfast?
Damn, you cook for me?
I'll do anything for you, baby.
Oh, wow. Avocado toast, please.
Mhm.
I'm fancy.
Well, see, here's the thing. I agree to cook you every meal you want as long as you give me dessert.
Yeah, that's the whole point of me staying over or you staying over, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, what's your favorite kind of drink?
Alcohol, you mean?
Mhm. Yeah, any drink. Yeah, you could go both ways.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, if we're having breakfast, it could be orange juice or mimosa.
Mm-hmm.
Nightlife, vodka and cranberry.
Vodka
Regular juice, apple juice. So,
apple juice, really? I was surprised you actually needed anything with sugar because you're sweet enough.
yeah, that's probably why I'm extra sweet. Oh my God. It's so funny.
Oh man. So What would be like your ideal weekend?
It really just depends on what mood I am. If I'm focused on my gym week and I don't want to ruin like my hard work, then I just stay home, watch TV, invite a friend over if I have one. Other than that, I do like to go out and dance, bars in Miami, nightlife, pretty much Netflix and chill if it's not that. So
Fair enough. So I could take you out on a Friday night. We go clubbing and dancing, and I schmoozle you over with some vodka crayons, and then we go back to your place.
Oh
enjoy
yeah,
our wild night.
I turned into someone else. Oh my god! I actually turned into an alien. Look, this is what I turned into.
Oh, nice. I like that. I
It's
like
some
that.
alien vodka. Takes you
So
out of
then, so then we have our fun night out. We have our fun night in, and then in the morning I make you breakfast, and then we Netflix and chill, and I just keep my head between you on the bed, and then you watch your show and tell me how it was at the end.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds
If
like
you
a
end
plan.
up watching it, I don't know if you'll pay attention, but
You're right. It's gonna be hard.
I feel like I'm doing pretty good here.
That was fucking epic. I never realized that you had game, Sarah, but that was better than anything I've seen so far from these guys.
Thank you.
And I think the chat agreed. So
Oh, did they? I got to go back and watch now.
for the sake of formalities, let me ask the question, Nikki. Would you go on a date with Sarah if you guys were in the same city?
I would, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you were like giggling, playing with your hair. I mean, that was fucking.
blushed.
I did blush.
She almost became red as you.
You cannot be as red as the raging tomato, okay?
That is true. That is a harder. Wow, that was interesting. We're gonna, I'm thinking maybe after this we're gonna change things up. Instead of being on that side, you're gonna be on the other side as the one hitting on the girls. Yeah, because that was some pretty dope game from what I saw.
Thank you.
It was a little bit different when you're a girl. You kind of there's more comfort, so you get away with more shit faster on. But yeah, and look. John is down to hire you.
I was just gonna say maybe I should call JL and offer him a 30-minute call.
Yeah. He's down to get you on. It's gonna be you, him, and his lawyer. You guys can do collaboration. Yeah, cool. That was fucking dope. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, we're gonna do another one of these tomorrow. Let's let the girls plug their stuff. So Nikki, anything you want to plug?
Anything I want to say?
Is there anything you want to drive traction to? Do you want to plug your Instagram or anything else you're working
my
on?
Instagram is right there on my name at Nikki.MariePR. Or should I type it somewhere? Or
I'll put it in the description after this. Is there anything else you want to plug? Like, do you have like a YouTube channel or anything, or just that?
Well, I can put my OnlyFans if they want to get it.
We can't with YouTube. You can't link that.
Okay.
I tried that once, and
All
I got suspended from a week. But they can, if it's linked off your Instagram, they can find it.
Well, my TikTok and Instagram are the same, so that they can get that.
Cool. All right, Sarah, is there anything you want to plug?
Number one, I'm on my way to your OnlyFans already. Number two, you can find more at Not Your Everyday Ashley XOXO. I constantly stream with her, and then also I will be going on The Vital Message this Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the Black Pill Bachelorette. I will be the Bachelorette, so you can see more there.
Who are the contestants for this round?
I don't know. He won't tell me. But Alex, are you coming on?
It wouldn't be fair because we know each other.
I know. But thanks again for having me on, Alex. These are always fun. I'm glad I got to prove my worthiness here.
No, I know that was quite impressive at the end. Yeah, I enjoyed that. All right, guys. So, like I said, we're doing one tomorrow. We're gonna have Destiny. We're gonna see his game, and also maybe we'll get Abba on. I don't know. I think it's gonna be really fun. What I want to do is I want to have like big time content creators come on and like shoot their shot. It's gonna be interesting to see like how much game everyone has. Honestly, Sneeko kind of impressed me. I didn't really think he was gonna do well. Sarah also very much impressed me. Although, but she's a girl. But yeah. So
imagine if I wasn't.
Imagine if Sarah had a penis. But yeah, so yeah, sometimes you don't know. Like sometimes people who think who you think are gonna be good or not that good, and vice versa. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video I dropped today. It was quite fun. I think the chat seems to be loving. I appreciate y'all. Throw your support for the girls, check out their shit. Until next time.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye.
All right, cool. I think we're off. Wait, this thing is like fucking frozen.
It still says we're in the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to end the broadcast, but then it's just like.
No, well, we're still on.
Let me try again.
I could talk to Nikki some more.
Seduce Nikki a little bit.
I think she's already seduced, man. Her panties are like all wound